So sorry I was a little late today, boys. I was at a karaoke birthday for some lab members at school. Happy birthday, Selma and Ben.
Cut that out.
Ben doesn't. Oh, why?
Don't want
why?
that in the show. I'm just kidding.
Happy birthday, Selma and Ben.
I want it out.
You can't have any of this.
That has to go.
And honestly, I think we should do a karaoke room sometime.
I would rather something very bad happen to me.
What?
Because I would get so embarrassed. And
But it's a room.
Oh, it's just us?
It's just us.
Yeah, I like
That's
the
what we're
idea of doing a karaoke
And
thing.
they
I always
book a
think
room.
of like, 30 people in a room, like a bunch of random people.
Yeah.
And Matty, they bought 2 bottles of because they sell alcohol at this karaoke place. So they bought 2 bottles of vodka and they give chasers with it. So there was like shots. They were making drinks out of Coke, orange juice.
And Matty's slicked back today.
I know.
You think this is slicked back?
My hair.
That's just pushed back.
My hair's all shit right now, so hence the Sharks hat. But they serve alcohol.
They serve alcohol at this establishment. It's called High Note.
I think I heard of that.
It's called High Note in it's right by Square One actually.
HI-note or HIGH?
GH, I think.
Wow.
GH.
Wow.
Yeah.
I blew my nose so hard that my ears are ringing.
Sorry?
I said I blew my nose so hard that my ears are ringing.
We hate that.
You're weird.
You hate that.
But yeah, so it's just like this small space, and there was 2 microphones, so it was cool. But something that I didn't really like that they were doing was, it's honestly a double-edged sword. They had songs playing with the artist singing, so in my mind I was like,
"That's not how karaoke
what's the
is.
point of this then? If we're just not gonna
They
were still trying to, they were like still using the mics, but
was the singer's voice like lowered?
for everyone but me, yes.
Oh, yours was like
I was
loud
the
and
only
clear.
one where I actually held the mic up to my mouth and wanted and had my voice project in the speakers.
Oh.
Because you're a professional with microphones
you're
now.
saying-
Well, there you go.
You know how it
You're
works.
saying for your song, the person whose song it wasn't they weren't loud.
For people's songs that they picked, they purposely kept the mic further away from their mouth so that they were not being picked up.
They
as
could
much.
just like blend in with.
But I put that baby up
You
to
don't
my
want to
mouth.
blend in, baby.
Yeah.
I put that baby up to my mouth, and I sang what songs did I sing? I sang
Beyond the
Only
Sea.
Girl in the World.
Wow.
Oh, really?
I was gonna sing Beyond the Sea, but very quickly I found out that wasn't the vibe, especially considering that it's like a small space. Like you could get away with it if it's the bar, right?
Yeah.
And you're picking your song that you like.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a small group of friends, I just did not feel inclined.
Even at the bar, though, I find it's tough because that's what's annoying about karaoke for me personally. Where I like doing it, and Eric and Allie, a few times we've been to Eric's place.
Yeah.
And his like landlord guy there has like a karaoke setup thing, and we've done it where we just like go into their garage, and he's got like the mic and the speaker and the TV for like that's the perfect setup, and there'll be like a dozen of us or so. But I find that's what's frustrating is all the songs that I want to sing for karaoke that I can, in quotes, sing for karaoke
Hard
are all
quotes.
like, Coldplay or old Frank Sinatra or like, on like it's all
these are
this
the
like slow, sad shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
the person before me just did fucking like, Beyonce or whatever. It's like
LMFAO.
yeah,
the
somebody just
thing.
did party rock
Yeah.
anthems. So it's like nobody wants to hear this after.
Yeah, I did Only Girl in the World and Cigarette Daydreams, 2 songs
That's good.
that hit keys that I am physically unable to, but I just leaned into the skid.
Oh, they were
There you
higher.
go.
They were higher songs, so
Yeah.
I leaned into the skid and
There you go.
I had to do what I had to do,
Splendid.
But it was quite interesting because it felt like it was a room full of introverts in a sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see these people outside of school too often. A couple times, not too often. But yeah, every time we go out, it just feels like, especially this time, this one was like where you could see for sure like who's going to be outgoing versus who's going to just kind of like sit there and like bob their head kind of thing. And it was, I don't know, it just felt like most of them were doing that.
Honestly, like this is kind of a side tangent. Maybe it'll turn into my topic because I have a topic, but if I like this more, but
Sure.
I feel like sometimes it's hard to like find a group of people or even individual that you like really vibe with and get along with. I feel like sometimes
I don't want that to be your topic. It comes. How is this happening, bro? Every time I have a
What?
topic,
is it similar to your topic?
It's kind of similar to my
Okay, I'll
topic.
drop it.
Even the guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
It was close to vices.
That's
There was
fine.
another day where I had a topic and it was close to someone else's.
I'll-
How is that? We don't play in this.
I didn't
guys.
talk to him about. I'll touch
in
very.
case it wasn't glaringly obvious, we don't plan.
I'll touch very briefly on it, and
Okay.
then I'll drop it. My topic's separate.
Okay.
But basically, what I was gonna say is like, I feel like sometimes in my mind I'm like, oh, I'm like relatively extroverted. I can get along with people just fine. And then sometimes I'll meet people and I'll just feel so painfully awkward and uncomfortable. And I'll blame myself oftentimes. And then other times I'll be like, maybe it was the other person. And I feel like, honestly, it's harder than I originally thought it was to be around a group of people and feel really comfortable and like joke around and be happy. I feel like that's more rare and difficult to find than I originally thought when I was like, I don't know, in high school.
I would like to speak more to that point, but after, I feel like our conversation might go there anyways.
Sure.
With
Okay, that's fine. We'll save it. But yeah.
Why are you giving me that look?
What look?
You want to hit this, don't you?
Okay. Well, we'll get into the show in a second here because we had a 20-minute fucking cold open last week with Riyadh, so we don't need to belabor things again. But I just wanted to say real quick.
Happy birthday,
come out a couple weeks. Happy birthday, Riyadh. This will come out. It's not his birthday, I don't think, anyways. This will come out a couple weeks late, obviously. But I just wanted to say, at the time of recording this, I am 3 days away from Varsh and I's anniversary.
Oh,
I just want to say a quick
round of
Congratulations.
applause.
Wait. I feel like there was
Varsh,
another
what's up?
anniversary as well. Was there?
That's next month.
It's next month. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
You're
Congratulations.
So I just want to say, what's up, Varsh?
What's up, Varsh?
What's up, Varsh? That was it.
Your man.
So this will be a couple weeks late, but she watches the show.
Go Varsh.
I know she'll see this.
You did it.
Anyways, that was it. On
Cool.
with the show.
Cool.
Welcome back to drumroll, please, fellas. Episode 50
Oh, yeah, that's the day, huh?
of Wildly Adequate, the show about anything, everything, and usually nothing.
Underwhelming
Are we
episode,
doing
huh?
anything to celebrate?
Is it an occasion though? Is 50 an occasion?
I
for
feel
it?
like 50, 100, 150, 200. Like I feel like
like
every
we've known each
50s
other for 50 days. It's our 50-day anniversary.
Okay, but nobody does day
That's different.
anniversaries at all.
It's our 50-week anniversary. No one does that.
No, at that
year
point,
is
you would
52
say a
weeks.
year.
You're,
Yeah, it's 52 weeks.
you're being stupid, I think. I think it's pretty normal for a show to have that.
You think so?
50
I feel like 100 is
episodes.
normal.
We were drinking a little last week at the beginning of the show. We should have had a drink or something.
should have been this
week,
one,
but
yeah.
that's okay because we'll drink again at some point. Honestly, tonight though, could have used one. I have water
Let's
instead.
light up a cigar in this room, huh?
Let's smoke
I
out
want it in the
Patrick's
next
room.
I want in the next room. We can crack a window.
I got my lighter.
Do it.
Why
Lighter?
do I have a lighter? I have a lighter in my coat pocket. I don't
Do
know
it.
why.
Do it right now.
You want to
Do it right now.
Wait, come on now.
Save the cigaring for a more appropriate venue.
Alright, sure.
Hi. I am one quarter of your hosting crew, Mr. Matthew Urso, and I am joined by, as always,
Patrick Fahim.
wow.
Mark.
Malcolm.
Wow. There you go. The gang's all here. Last week, I was looking hella fly. This week, like a bum. Mark, take us away.
Because the knit polo, by the way.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's
Patrick and I went to the mall.
Oh wait. Before you get into it, sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Just hearing Kevin yell
Yeah.
reminded me of something that happened earlier today. I was in a meeting with my professor on Zoom, and we're talking about my thesis, right? And out of nowhere, Kevin starts going crazy. He's going, "You fucking asshole, bitch!" Whatever. Like he's yelling curses. And the look on my professor's face, I was so mortified. I was like, "I'm so sorry, professor. Just give me 1 second. I have to
I'm
mute
so
myself.
sorry.
I have to run
I'm
upstairs."
so sorry. I thought I had his mouth taped.
I thought I had him muzzled. My bad. And I just had to like lay into Kevin and be like, "Buddy, I'm in a meeting with my professor. What are you doing? Why are you screaming bloody murder?" And I just got back to that down there, and she was just like, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not like close. I don't know if that's
Buddies.
the word. Oops, what's wrong with you, bro? Like we're close enough. So she was just kind of like whatever. Like she's laughing about it, but yeah.
Sure.
Anyways, go on.
What was I saying?
You and I went to the mall.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Patrick and I went to the mall and we went to the Old Navy and we found your shirt.
Oh,
It was there. It looks nice, but
Good shirt.
there was only like a small. And I was looking at there was a nice light blue color, and I was like, maybe I should try that on. But they also only had like a small or something like that.
Fucking Old Navy. Get some inventory.
But yeah, so yeah, I went shopping around, and Patrick was kind of helping me pick shit out and stuff, and I spent way too much money. But
There you
that's
go.
How much
beside the
money did you
point.
spend? Would you like to divulge?
I don't know, like
You
just
could say it in USD if you want.
in USD.
Yeah, say
Why?
it in USD. I
I
don't
feel like that sounds worse because it's higher.
It'd be lower.
No, it would sound. It would when you convert it, it's more. No.
When you convert it, it's lower.
Oh, I
Does
see.
Yeah.
Mark know what the USD price is?
No.
No, he
That's
doesn't.
know
what
why
I'm
he's bringing
saying.
that
So
up.
it's like, what is he? He's
So
gonna
it sounds
convert-
lower.
He's
That's
gonna
what I'm
convert
saying.
it on the spot.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll just transition right into my topic, I guess. But so I haven't really. I have a general idea, and we can kind of like choose which avenue to go down with it. But the idea I wanted to talk about was like something that's comforting to us. And for me, I thought immediately of like a comfort movie, like something that I just like, I can watch and just I'll feel calm and at peace, and it's just like a good watch. And it's a movie I like to watch every once in a while, and it just feels like home in a way. And I feel like I'm sure all of us do the same thing when it comes to like a YouTube video or like, you know, a channel. Like if you guys watch it, like, you know, for example, Good Mythical Morning when you're eating, that sort of thing. Like
You do that.
I haven't done that in quite a while, but I used
Oh.
to. Yeah. What's going on here?
Now, I don't want to step on your toes here, but I was just looking up quickly on our channel. Hey, like,
Oh, we
share,
did comforts
subscribe.
already, huh?
We've done comforts on episode
Why can't we
5.
do it again? Why can't we?
We can.
Hop over to it?
I was just confirming for my own personal.
Patrick, what was your topic today?
My topic today.
Like, how do you classify it? Because if it's different enough from where I was going to go with my initial thing, then I can go back to that, or I could talk specifically about like comfort movie, I guess.
I'm also fine to do comfort. It was more just a personal thing of like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to check for my own sanity.
I mean, I was mostly thinking of like movie, not comforts in general.
Mhm.
But what was your topic?
I was gonna go along the lines of the interpersonal, so
Okay.
I do think it would.
I like comfort media.
Okay. Okay, so we can come back. Wanna come back into
We'll
that?
leave it all in. Fuck it.
Sure.
See how the sausage gets made.
So for me, like when I started thinking about this, like I immediately thought of like Coraline for some reason, even though it's a scary movie in a sense and it's like creepy and shit. So you wouldn't initially think it's something that I'd sit down and feel comfortable and happy watching, but for some reason I do. It just feels like very nostalgic for me, and it feels very like safe, and I just go back to it all the time, and it's just like I'm watching it and I'm smiling, I'm having a good time. It's like it's a great movie. So I don't know. I guess I'm curious about, like Matty said, like media that you guys feel comfortable watching, and it's like a fun, comfortable thing.
For me, comfort media goes into 2 branches.
Okay.
Branch number 1 is comfort in the sense of I need something running in the background kind of thing.
I'm thinking more in the active process where
Well-
you're actually watching.
I'll get to that one as
Sure.
well. For me, the first
Friends?
branch,
Or Seinfeld. Very good.
How I Met Your Mother.
How Much Your Mother?
That's
Okay.
my
nice.
that's my comfort media. I've watched it maybe ballpark all 9 seasons, 12 to 13
There's
times.
no way.
Jesus
There's no
Christ.
way, dude.
Oh God.
12
Wow.
to 13
On jaw.
times.
On jaw.
On everything he
On
loves.
jaw.
So I don't know. I feel like I know that show inside and out.
So what about it?
I want
makes
to do
you-
I want to do a How I Met Your Mother trivia. It's like clean house.
So
is
what
I'd like to
about the
do.
show makes you feel like it's so like
So that's under the branch of like comfort of in like I need something running. So it allows me to turn off my brain if I need to. I've already experienced it and I know I like it kind of thing. So it's not risky.
Is there any reason you picked that show as opposed to other shows for your kind of background, or is it just like happenstance?
I like that it's. I really like Ted's character
Mm.
and how he is sort of looking for the one and his quest of finding his soulmate.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't resonate. That's not the word I want to use, but it's
endearing, isn't it?
It's endearing. Yeah, it's an endearing story. But in reflecting and watching the show so many times, I just can't help but think that Ted is kind of a scumbag. Like he says he wants this love from the very beginning of the show, but he does all these things that are so contrary to actually achieving his goal. So I just feel like, yeah, he just gives scumbag energy. I don't know, a little bit.
I feel like maybe someone would argue that like that's like that's very real. I guess like a lot of guys would do that of like, you know, going one way and it's like they're selfishly acting in another way. It's like no one's perfectly going
That's
like, all
true.
the time in the right
This
direction.
is true.
type thing.
Well, and not to
Yeah.
take the fun out of it, but there's also a very literal like writing reason and like a show reason
for drama and enticing,
like to have a show
situations.
that keeps going.
Oh,
Like
of
if
course,
at the
yeah.
end of the
Sure.
first episode he like walked into the
Yeah.
lady he ends up meeting in the last season there with the umbrella, then it's like, all right, well I guess the show's over. So
You
it's
didn't
like
say spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, in the show called How I Met Your Mother, in the final season he meets the mother. It
And
takes
then-
them 8 seasons to get
and
to
then
him
she
meeting the
dies
mother.
of cancer.
and then she
I
dies.
forget what it
She dies
is.
of some illness.
She dies of something.
And see, I've never really liked that ending. I don't want this to become a whole How I Met Your Mother,
Sure.
Analysis.
I'd like it to for a moment.
I don't want it to become a whole analysis, but Merrick was telling me a long while ago that the creators, and I'm sure we had a discussion about this.
I think we did.
The whole, it only makes sense because the whole show revolves around, to a very large degree, him and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole justification in the end of like, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for it to just end happy-go-lucky with the wife. She was barely in it. You know what I mean? It makes sense looking back on it in hindsight of, he's like weaseling his way around,
Sure.
just telling his kids about how awesome he thinks Aunt Robin
Way
is.
better with Robin.
The super.
He's way better with Robin?
I like the ending with Robin better.
Barney and Robin are so
I don't know.
perfect for each other.
Here's-
bro.
the Barney and Robin thing's a separate thing, and I feel like that was probably a mistake because it's like if you're gonna have them, I don't know, but like to me, what I like about the ending that they chose is that in a way the message is like, oh, it's not all about finding the one necessarily. It's like for him, he found who he thought was the one, and like she was great, but she passed away. And then like I liked how his kids are like encouraging him to like find love again.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of like love being fleeting, and it's like there's no such thing as like the perfect situation, and even if you think it might be perfect, like it doesn't last forever.
That's right.
So I like the idea of like, oh, the whole time he's telling the story about how he found the mom, but it's like it's not just about that though. It's just about like how love is like I said, it's fleeting, and it's like it's always moving around. He's
Yeah.
making mistakes, and he's falling for one girl, and then it was a mistake. Like I don't know, just kind of like how complicated it can be. I guess.
And it's a really positive message of the idea that life moves on and that you shouldn't
Give up on love,
life
I guess.
doesn't end for
Mm.
one person kind of thing in some respect when a tragedy like that does occur.
For sure.
But to your point before, I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
The idea of Barney and Robin being a mistake. Did you mean that it was a mistake of them getting together or breaking up? What did you mean?
No, I meant that it might have, I don't know, I have to think about it, but I was going to say it might have been a mistake for the creators of the show.
Yeah.
If they were eventually going to go with Barney, if they're going to go with Robin and Ted.
Oh, okay.
I feel like the amount of time and energy and like it felt very like they put a lot of episodes on them too, like
That's right.
Barney and Robin. So I was like, if they were gonna end up, and I know you could say the same thing about Ted and his wife, but
Mhm.
like to have both of them like going down their own paths.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, the reason why I think it was a mistake that having them break up is it was not almost. You saw a reversion of Barney's character.
Mm.
There was so much character development and growth that he saw right before Robin, before he was man enough to ask her out, and then into marrying her kind of thing. He just reverts back to his old habits, his old ways, and
Doesn't really
there's
make
no
sense.
growth in the end.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And maybe that's...
I mean, but I guess he
I don't
finds
know.
like the whole father, like wanting to be a father thing, right?
He finds wanting to be a father thing, and that's some, nugget there, but I would have much preferred them follow through on the idea that, he was broken and, his mom had this influence on him and he went through all this, all this shit, but he was able to,
I think-
in the end find
Yeah, I think
his person.
for sure. I think we can agree it's definitely a flawed show. It's not perfect.
But I still love it.
It's great.
I hold it near and
Yeah.
dear to my heart.
So what's your other
My comfort movie of like when I actually want to,
pay attention to?
pay attention and go through it.
Yeah.
Not go through it in like in a sad way, I guess, but Good Will Hunting for sure.
Mm.
And I've said many times that I regard that as probably my favorite movie of all time.
Have you seen? Have you guys seen the Louis C.K. thing when he's talking about how like imagine like them writing the movie because like I think Matt Damon wrote it, right?
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
I think. Wrote
So
it.
he's like, imagine like Matt Damon. He's like, okay, so I'm like a college kid, and I'm like so cool. Like I'm so hot and I'm so cool. And he goes like, but like I work like a construction job, like super blue collar, super badass. But like I'm a genius. And he's like, and I'm the fucking best. And he's like talking. He's like, it's so insane how he like wrote this character for himself to be like the fucking like coolest most badass guy who's also a genius. Yeah.
The man.
Yeah. Great movie. Though.
Great movie. Excellent movie. But yeah, that's...
But you watch it like regularly, you'd say?
I wouldn't say I watch it regularly. I wouldn't say that. Maybe once a year.
Okay.
I don't know if that's regular.
That's
to
pretty
you.
regular, I feel
Okay,
like.
so there you go.
If it's like for me, like Coraline's definitely like once or twice a year. Maybe
Mhm.
once during like Halloween time, once like middle of the year sometimes.
Yeah. But why that's a comfort movie to me? I haven't really reflected on that. I like the story of someone who has all the potential in the world, but ultimately putting their own well-being in front of, like, they have all the potential in the world and the world expects so much of this person and a very particular thing, but in the end of the message of, you know, it's your life kind of thing, and you should put yourself and what you desire over all these expectations kind of thing. Sure. But that's not just the one message in the movie. That's just one of the many messages in that movie. But I really do resonate.
The other message is eat apples. Isn't that what he says? Eat apples.
What?
Moving on.
Okay.
Remember when he says, "How you like them apples?"
Yes.
Malcolm, how about you, buddy?
Are you good?
I don't even know what's going on.
I don't know either, to be honest.
Comfort media for Malcolm.
I can't think of a comfort movie because there's so many I like to watch regularly, so I can't pick one. But when it comes to comfort show, it's Seinfeld's. I have Seinfeld on 24/7. Anytime I'm in the kitchen, just like making food, doing whatever, I just turn on Seinfeld. Like, I don't care what episode it is. Like, I know I've seen it. I know exactly what's gonna happen. Something about it just...
Dude, I always laugh my ass off. Even when I was at your house last time and he was cooking something for you two, and like it was just on, and I wasn't even paying. I was just on my phone, and then I looked up and started watching for like a couple of minutes, and I was laughing out loud.
It's such a good sitcom.
Yeah.
But I will say I do despise Malcolm for showing me the Kramer video. I'm starting to quickly realize that in some respects I'm unable to separate the art from the artist, and I don't know, when in that very same day when we were watching it, I had thoughts in the back of my mind of like, damn, this guy like said these horribly out of pocket things, and I couldn't stop thinking about
Honestly, I'm on the same page as you. Ever since I've seen that video, I can't get it out of my mind. Anytime I watch Seinfeld, I go, that guy said that.
Yeah.
Oh, Kramer.
Also,
I'm sure I'll get to a place where it's not that fresh, but it's fresh enough, I would say, still in my head. But I'm sure I'll get to a place where I can enjoy the show again to the fullest extent.
Another honorable mention is Impractical Jokers.
Oh my goodness. It's back on the TikTok, by the way.
It's perfect.
It's back on the algorithm for me. It's so good, bro. Like a bow.
I saw that
Honestly, that's one of my favorites. One of my favorites.
You
So-
say,
Now
say
do
it.
it like a bow.
One of my favorites is Quinn being a panelist on the feminist panel, and him having to oppose everything they say. It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
At the very end,
What?
sorry, go ahead.
There you go.
I was just gonna say at the very end, he's like saying all this shit about how like, you wouldn't trust a woman mechanic because you want your car to run. And he's talking about how they're like trying to glorify these like feminist leaders like Michelle Obama. He's like, she's only there because she slept with a man. He's like saying all these things at the very end. He goes, you ladies, I'm really impressed with you ladies. I don't know how you guys do it. If I had boobs, I'd just be at home playing with them all day. You guys are crazy out here, and I don't know. It's just funny. Anyways, yes, go on.
My favorite Joe moments.
Oh God.
Is they're like, Joe, you're going out to this bachelorette party. And you
Oh,
really
yeah.
gotta impress him.
Have you seen this one?
He bursts out of
There's
a
a-
cake. and
I've
goes,
seen like so little Impractical Jokers. I always
What?
feel like a crazy person talking to you guys about Impractical Jokers, where I'm like, I think the show is like has its moments, but like 90% of that show, I'm like, all right, whatever. And everybody I ever hear in my life, they're like, we love Impractical Jokers, blah blah blah, and I'm always like, yeah, it's
Don't get
fine.
me wrong. I mean, it can be corny at times, I guess. But there's the episode that Malcolm was talking about is so great because they convince him that he's gonna like pop out of a wedding cake at a bachelorette party, and everyone's gonna go crazy, and like he's gonna kind of like dance in like a skimpy outfit, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, you're here, and then they roll him in. And they go, all right, pop out in 3, 2, 1. He goes, here we go, ladies. And it's like a bunch of like
War
vets.
veterans. Yeah.
Like 90-year-old vets. And he's like in this crop top thing. Great.
It's so good, bro.
That's
So
here from you,
that's
man.
your comfort in
my
Practical
comforts, those
Jokers.
are my
Yeah,
comforts.
those are good comforts, I would say.
There go the elbows. Comfort media. I feel like I've got some options. Movie wise.
Money wise.
There's a few. I feel like it's similar to what you guys have said and what Patrick was saying, where it's just like my favorite shit. So it's like Jaws is a movie that I'll watch once, twice a year, probably, maybe even more than that. And anytime it's like on
I need
TV
to make
or
a
something.
confession.
What?
You don't like Jaws?
It's
No.
hard for me to watch the scene where they're in the boat and they're drinking and they're just
Oh, yeah.
singing and they're
Why?
being stupid. That scene just goes on for way too long, in my opinion.
It ends
way
with
too
arguably
long.
the greatest monologue in movie history.
It can end in an immaculate way. It doesn't change the fact that I feel like it's
Dragged on?
Dragged on.
But it's just all this
Get
like
to the
fun
ending faster.
character stuff that culminates in like, hey, we're all having fun, we're drinking, haha.
Maybe I need to watch
Let's
it
like
again.
compare all these like scars and shit, and
I've
then
never
when they
felt
like
that.
Never
make
felt that?
fun of.
It was most evident in our last
Oh, I see.
watch through of it.
When we
I
were in the
just
theater? Because we watched it in the theater.
Yeah,
didn't we?
Was that the
a
last
great
time you
watch
watched
through.
it?
I loved that.
Didn't we watch it in the theater? You were there, weren't you?
Did we watch John?
Yeah,
we
we
went
did.
to
Oh my
the
god,
theater.
we
We
did.
did, yeah.
Strauss?
We did.
That was like 2 years ago.
When
Not
did
even.
we watch John?
That was
did, we did,
at,
Matt.
like the beginning of the school year.
We did. Holy
Last year,
shit!
2
How the
years
fuck
ago,
did
or-
I forget that? That
Yeah.
feels like that'd be.
It
such
was
a,
your idea.
I know. That feels like that'd be such a core memory. Well, because I think of like I remember driving to Vaughan with my parents to go see The Thing in theaters, and I like still clear as day remember watching it. But how the fuck did I forget doing Jaws in the theater? God damn.
Not a true
was a
fan.
great experience.
Oh, I never even told you. When I went to the Bahamas and we were at Nassau, we were on the deck. Is that what it's called? Where all the
Sure.
ships.
Yeah, the dock. Or
The dock.
the-
Thank you. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
We're on the dock, and I'm waiting to go on my excursion to go scuba diving. And there's this one yacht, and I took pictures of it. My phone's recording. I took pictures of it, and one of the employees turns to me and he goes, "Hey, you like Jaws?" I was like, "Oh, I've seen that movie. It's pretty good." He goes, "That's Spielberg's boat," and I'm like,
damn.
"What?" He's like, "Yeah, that's Spielberg's yacht over there." I was like, "Oh my god!" And I took pictures, and I always meant to show you, but I can't even confirm if it's true. It's just some random guy sent
Maybe,
it to me.
maybe. Well, I thought you were going to say because there is a connection to Jaws in the Bahamas because Jaws 4, The Revenge, takes place in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
Terrible, 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 terrible movie.
What'd you do? What'd you do if like right after that some other guy walks up and he's like, "Hey, you a fan of Terminator?"
He's like, that's James Cameron's yacht.
Yeah, no, Arnold's right there. he's in the boat
Arnold
right
is
now.
right there. That's
Um,
hilarious.
But yeah, Jaws, I mean, that scene again is just fantastic. And the way it culminates with Quint's thing on the talking about his experience on the boat is just
Yeah.
cinematic gold. But Jaws is one. The Thing is another one where it's like, I will watch The Thing.
I gotta watch.
You watch it once or twice a year?
Yes. For sure, Halloween time. Like at least once Halloween time.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's a movie called Halloween Time.
Maybe again, like at some other point if I like catch it on or something. But like around Halloween, The Thing is the one horror movie I make an effort to like sit and watch because it's probably my favorite, even more than like
The Shining.
The Shining or a
Wow.
Midsummer or an Alien. Like I just think The Thing is start to finish perfect in everything it does.
Can I make a quick point by the way?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to ask everybody this question because I feel like, in a way, there's like many factors that go into what makes a movie a comfort movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a large piece of it for me is like the pacing of a movie. For some reason, like the way that Coraline is paced, it's like a very digestible movie. Like it's not like 3 hours. Like I feel like for me, a comfort movie seems to be like I have a couple. Like Grand Budapest is one of them. It's like short but sweet. Like they're between hour 30, hour 45, and the pacing is like they're very like there's no fat in the movie. It's like everything is there's no wasted moments. Everything's like captivating and interesting.
Yeah.
And
You're
I
saying
feel-
for you that's what a comfort movie is?
I feel like in large part that's what makes a movie a comfort movie. Like for example, like
Generally?
maybe actually no, that
'Cause
I'm
I
thinking,
can-
now
I
that I'm
think
thinking about
for
it.
comfort
Like,
things, to me, it's just a balance of like you really like it.
yeah,
It's really good.
There's definitely a nostalgia factor there
For
too,
sure,
I would
too.
say.
Sure, but it's like a you really like it, which can go in a nostalgia thing. It's really good, and then there is
I don't
like
I don't agree with that. It's really good.
Why?
Because
because Space Jam could be a comfort movie.
for me, a long time ago, a comfort movie was Spider-Man 3, which
Sure.
many people don't regard.
Honestly,
as
I'm gonna
good.
go- I'm gonna go
like,
back
The good
on-
part is like a subjective thing, but like there's a quality, sure, in the eye of the beholder, but there's like a perceived quality. There's a you really like it, and then there's like a digestible, it's replayable thing. Because that's something I think about with games. Because it's like
Sure.
you guys have all mentioned TV and movies, but like I think of comfort games, and it's like, well, Bioshock's a comfort game to me. I play through the trilogy every year, once a year. kind of
Uncharted's
thing.
a big one for
like
me.
I'll play through those 3 games just because it's like this is my favorite shit ever. It's fantastic. It's good every time, and like it has a certain replayability to it. The same way that How I Met Your Mother or Seinfeld, or for me, it's like The Simpsons and It's Always Sunny. Like the way those shows are like 30-minute episodes. They're comedy, so you can turn your brain off. They're good, and then it is just like over and over again. You
Honestly,
could run it on a fucking loop.
I want to take back what I said because one of my comfort movies that I've realized is like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that's super long and it has a lot of like just like vibing moments. So I feel like it's definitely not the most significant factor, the whole digestible thing, and I don't think it's even like, I don't think it's like the number one factor by any means. I just think to me sometimes that's a part of it when like thinking back to which ones I want to watch most frequently. Typically it's not the ones that are super super long, but that being said, like a 3-hour movie can be a comfort movie for me, just like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where it's just like a super chill, cool movie.
That's what I mean, where like it's not so much a like how long is it? Or is it a time thing? It's more of just is it replayable? Is it rewatchable kind of thing? Because like Jaws is 2 hours and change. I think The Thing's a couple hours. Fucking when I play through BioShock, it's like, well, there's
like a dozen hours or whatever.
Because I'm methodical in the way I go through it, even though I've done it 1,000 times. It's like, there's 10 to 12 hours on just the first game kind of thing. So it's like that sounds like a long time, but when it's that good and it has a sort of like replayability thing to it.
I don't have a comfort video game. Now that I think about it.
No.
The game that I've replayed the most is Skyrim.
Okay, that might be. What about Overwatch too? That could be like a comfort.
I don't see it as a comfort, to be honest with you. In what sense of the word comfort?
It's just
for
like
me.
It's like it's reliable. It's like always fun. Type
I
thing.
actually do. The first Ratchet and Clank is a comfort game for me. Just sit back and relax. I already know exactly what I'm doing because I've played it so many times, and it's just so enjoyable.
I'm picking up the movement.
The movement.
Right.
But I was gonna say, I would feel like Skyrim would be that game for you. Not that you play it like once a year or anything. And again, that's an example of something that's like, you could spend 50 hours once a year playing it kind of thing. Like it's way bigger than some of these other things. But it's like...
Just mainline it.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. It is the kind of game that you could fire up, load a new save, mainline in like, a dozen or so hours.
It is. You can do that. And in fact, I've done it many times.
Well, there you go.
But I just don't view it as a comfort game. I don't know why.
For me, hands down, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like BioShock Infinite is my comfort game. I play it like 100% once a year. It's like, I don't know. I also was talking to Matty about this, and this is a weird, interesting thing. I don't know if this is just me, but like there are certain games where the vibe of the game or the kind of like, I don't know what you want to call it, like the world building that they do, like that sort of whatever vibe that they create will affect whether I feel like it's a comfort game or not. Like, because I was telling Matty that like the original BioShock I love, but it's like very dark and like scary and like kind of like you're on your toes the whole time type thing. And it's like a very creepy vibe, like always dark, nighttime, whatever. Infinite's like you're in this floating city. It's like colorful and bright and there's like violence and stuff. But I don't know why. For me, I enjoy being in that light, interesting, colorful environment way more than in the dark environment. So I just find myself wanting to play it more because I like the vibe of it. Like, for example, I love The Last of Us, but I don't get the... I play it every once in a while, but I don't feel the itch to play it all the time when it's like dark, because it's so dark and like
depressing
sad
as
and
shit.
It's amazing, but I might not want to feel that all the time, as opposed to like BioShock Infinite, which is dark as well, but like visually it's light type thing.
For the reason I think Overwatch would probably fit into it too is because I know it's almost like because we play it, so it's like we're kind of like in the thick of it, so it doesn't feel like we're revisiting it, I guess. But there was a time last year or so where it had been like easily 8 months or something before I had even like fired up Overwatch, and then starting it up again, it was like, oh, this again, it's good to be back kind of thing.
Yeah, we should play.
I think it works with multiplayer games. There's other games I have it too, like
but because you guys said we played Fortnite, I don't really want to play Fortnite. So
we only just started though.
Fortnite?
Yeah, we only just started playing Fortnite. I feel like you've been bailing on video games before. Like we started playing Fortnite.
I played Overwatch with quite a bit with you guys.
Yeah.
It's only recently that I
Recently
started.
you've been like, I'll sit in the chat and talk, but I won't play.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason for that?
That's like a couple months. No, not really.
he hates you.
It's me.
Yeah. Enter the Gungeon is another one of those games that I have put like hundreds of hours into.
I hate how bad I am at that game.
And
So
it's
good.
one of those games where like I will put it down for like 2-3 months, and then months later I'll be sitting around and be like, what do I want to play? Like I don't really want to play a single player thing or get into anything. Like maybe I just want to listen to a podcast and play something. And it's like, I'll do a run.
Yeah.
And then like 40 minutes later, like I finish it, whatever. And it's like, well, now I'm going to do another one kind of thing. So it's like reliably good.
I know we play Smash all the time, but we need
yeah.
a day where we wait, why'd you say oh yeah?
I just think about how much I like Smash.
Oh yeah. I know we play Smash all the time, but we need to like revamp Enter the Gungeon, Chicken Horse, 100%. No, don't do that. Don't break my heart.
We
Don't
haven't
break my heart.
We haven't let go of Chicken Horse. We played every once in a while.
I feel like I haven't played Chicken Horse.
Well,
in-
part of the
Oh,
problem
maybe.
is because you don't own it
Oh.
right now because
That's
you don't
right.
have your PSN.
You know what it is?
That's right.
I just realized we played it like many times when you were on vacation. Like we
Oh,
played it like 3
really?
separate times or 2 separate
Oh
times.
wow. Okay. So yeah,
That's why
for
it
me,
feels
it's
recent.
not. It's not fresh for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what's
I want to get back on
You
that.
know what's
wave.
comforting? Overcooked. It's just wholesome.
Overcooked
It's so
is great.
wholesome.
Overcooked is such a wholesome is the perfect word.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
Yeah,
no.
but Overcooked's also stressful as
aggressive.
shit.
Yeah,
It
it's very
enrages me.
aggressive.
Varsh and I like played it together. I think
Yeah.
we beat the first one, or like we're almost there. But it's the kind of game that her and I play where like it is one of those things. I know people always make the joke of like it ends friendships and relationships. Where like we're playing Overcooked and like her and I are just like. She yells, but she just starts laughing, whereas I take it too seriously. So I'm not like
Wash the dishes.
I'm not like
know your place. Get to the sink.
I'm not like no, didn't say that. No, but I'm not like genuinely angry, but there will be a thing of like you know, if we're doing something, it's like we're on separate ends of the kitchen and like she can only do certain things and I can only do certain things. It's like, you know, one of those like conveyor belt ones.
I
It's
hate
like
that shit.
the meat's coming and she'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I just see the meat going around. I'm like, I need lettuce. And then she sends me the lettuce and it's like not cut and I don't have a knife on my side. I'm like, this isn't cut. I can't use it. The meat just went in the garbage because you were too busy not cutting the lettuce.
It's like have you seen the comparisons to like the bear? I've seen like a meme
Yeah.
where I was like, oh, like me and my friend playing like Overcooked for the first few levels, and it's like the latter levels, and it's like him yelling, be like, get the fuck off my.
Sometimes playing Overcooked, it does feel like the bear.
I'm gonna throw out a quick Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront.
Which one?
I mean, just any, honestly. Like, even the newer ones, like, when we were playing them, it's just like I don't know. Obviously, it's, like, action-packed and, like, intense and shit. But, like, the Star Wars music and the characters, it's just
I
so,
get
like, you
behind
get a
that.
mushy
I get
feeling when
behind
you're
that.
playing
I mean,
it.
Yeah,
Star
but
Wars,
Battle-
the original trilogy, in and of itself, is another.
The newest Battlefront. The newest Battlefront 2 is a good shooter. It plays as a good shooter. I
God,
would
he's
say.
just saying that because the
I
other night
I never played in first person. I only play third.
I was
person.
telling these two like 2 nights ago when I was like, oh yeah, they just announced they're doing that like remaster port of like the original 2 Battlefront games.
Yeah.
I said I'm excited for that because I like the old ones way more than I like the 2 new ones. And then they're like, oh yeah, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't think that either of the 2 new ones are like particularly great shooters. Like they're fine,
okay.
but I'm not like. And now Patrick's gonna say that it's a great.
It
shooter.
is. I'm not saying it's a great. Hold on now.
It's
I'm
solid.
Just saying it's good. It's
It's
solid.
solid. It's solid.
It's solid.
Speaking of
it's
shooters.
fun.
It emulates, not emulates. It simulates
you're gonna
the
throw a
Star
Call-
Wars experience very
You're
well.
going to throw it a Call of Duty here?
I was gonna throw out a Call of Duty thing. I as a wee lad was so up World at War and Black Ops 1's asses, and specifically the zombies modes, where there are still times where like once a year I will either play the old zombies maps through Black Ops 4 just on like my PS5, but if I'm feeling really crazy,
You're talking about Black Ops 4.
There's a Black Ops 4.
Do we have that?
or
Is
it
that the one
Black
we
Ops
played?
3?
No, we played Black Ops 3.
We played 3.
I think it's 3 is the one that has like the
Yeah.
they have like some of the Black Ops zombie maps and some of the World at War zombie maps. And if I'm feeling really crazy because I like just having like the old guns and that old feel, I will fire up my PS3 like once a year for like a week straight kind of thing,
Yeah.
and just play zombies matches on World at War or Black Ops 1. Usually I have to do Black Ops 1 because somehow those servers still have people playing on them. Like you can find people. You have to do like Kino or Ascension, because if you try to do like 5 or Moon or any of those fucking weirder maps, like there's because it tells you how many players are like on it, and it's like 3. Whereas if you go to like Kino, it'll be like 1,000 or something. So like you can still find.
That's pretty
people.
crazy.
World at War though is a little more depressing because that if you try to find people on, it's like nobody's.
Can you blame them?
World at
guess
War's great.
It's an ancient game
But,
at this
yeah.
point. But yeah, so like COD Zombies is a thing where like once a year or so, I do kind of get the itch of like, I just want to turn my brain off and like run around Kino for a bit. And what are you laughing
You got something on your lower lip.
at? What?
It's gone.
Is
It's
it?
gone. Yeah.
I'm going to throw out one last thing for myself.
Please.
Like, I think I enjoy watching like this one MMA podcast I like a lot, and so I'll just throw that on while I'm doing laundry and doing other shit, and I just listen to like fight news, and I watch like fighter interviews and shit like that, and having that on is always just like a cool, like engaging with my interests and like watching it, but also like, I don't know, being productive and doing other shit in the house. That's another like comfort thing, comfort media, I guess, like a YouTube show. It's like a podcast, so yeah, it's another one.
There you go.
But cool.
Anybody else? Are we satisfied?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Cool.
I hope you're satisfied, audience.
Probably not.
So I've met I've met a lot of people recently that do this thing that kind of weirds me out. And I just want to preface this by saying I'm not hating on any of these people.
Sure.
But it's just personally to me, it's kind of weird where they meet someone new, for example, me, and they're in it 100% right away. It's like
I know what you're talking
they
about.
want to
dude.
like plan trips.
Sure.
They want to hang out, you know, and we just met.
Dude, I've seen you in this situation, and Patrick's he's like so off put by it. It's like that they're almost like they're pretending like they're really invested in you, and you're like, you don't even know me, dude.
Exactly. So I don't exactly know what the reason for these people to act this way
I
is.
do.
I think I do as well, which
Okay.
is I presume they don't have like a close group, and if they do, they might be abroad.
That's not what I was gonna say.
Oh, see, for me, that my perception is that
They really want a connection. You're saying? Like they
yeah,
really want to.
for me, they don't have like many close friends,
Sure.
and if they do, maybe they're abroad. Their friends are abroad, and so
Okay.
they are trying to
Fill someone in?
They're trying to find a group kind of thing, but it's just this overcommitment really fast.
Makes you feel.
It's a little
uncomfortable?
off-putting to me,
Yeah.
just a tiny bit.
I was gonna say maybe it's this particular group of people, but
Yeah.
in general, and I mean I've seen it happen. I guess off the show. Well, we can talk about it. This person's not gonna watch.
Sure.
Me and Patrick went to like a church event recently, and there was a guy there, and he was like asking us about our careers and stuff. We just met him for the first time like ever, and he was like talking to Patrick, and Patrick's like, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking about doing like clinical psychology. I'm doing clinical psychology. I'm gonna do like." He's just talking on, and this guy's like, "Oh, like dude, that's like awesome. I love that." Like he was saying something to the degree of like, "You're gonna be great at that." Like I love that for you.
He said exactly that. He said, "You will be great at that."
Yeah, yeah.
And
then
to which
Patrick-
I responded, "You don't even know me."
Yeah, Patrick was his face immediately when this guy started to be like, "Oh man, that's like," he's like super supportive and like invested in Patrick's career. Patrick's face just like it was like what's going on? Why are you why are you pretending like we're close friends and you're like you know a lot about me and you're like this is a good fit for you. And honestly, even when he was doing it, I felt like it was very artificial. And I think what I was gonna say is it's not necessarily that he wants to make a really good friend right away. It's that he thinks it's the polite thing to do. To be like, oh, look how like loving and supportive I am. It's just like I get along good with people. Like I support people. I don't push people down.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of overkill, I think.
Yeah. That being said, though, I will say, even though I did react that way in the moment, I still like appreciated that he was
sentiment?
trying to be kind and being supportive. Like, I'm
Sure.
not saying don't be that way.
I know, yeah.
And even this other guy in that same conversation, he was like, he said something along the lines of, "Oh, we want you here next time," kind of thing, or "We want to see you again," or "We want to hang out," or something. He said something along those lines.
So like,
And I said to him, point blank, "Do you know my name?"
he
He didn't know my name.
Yeah.
He didn't even know my name.
This is at your church thing?
This
Yeah.
was at our church. We went to a different church.
It was our
thing.
first time going to this meeting.
It's in Mississauga.
And he was like, "Oh, like come again next week. We really want to see you guys next week." And Patrick was like, "Do you even know my name?" Like, who?
But I feel like that's just like a friendly, like,
Sure.
come again kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this person said it in a degree that made me. It forced me to say that you don't know my name. It forced it. You understand
I mean,
me? Like, it was.
I think that part is different than the initial part. Like this guy seemingly inauthentically being super invested in your life career, that felt more artificial and fake to me than the guy being like, "Oh, come again," because he probably wants to see more the place grow or whatever.
True. Yeah. But anyways, just generally speaking here, I think that the reason I'm not so much like that, again, and maybe we can disagree on this, is because I'm fortunate enough to have you guys. And so, yeah, I don't feel the inclination to like cling on to.
But you're seeing it as that they have a need to like make connections. Where
I know, not necessarily.
No, because you said
Yeah.
like, for example, the group that you were talking about, they want to have like a closer friend group. They want to add more people to their group. And then with this guy, you just said like, oh, like you have us, implying that they don't have a solid group.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm thinking like maybe with some people it's like that, but I feel like for most people, it's just a way to kill the awkward social interactions that you might have. Like interacting with someone for the first time, you might not know what to say. You don't know much about each other, so it's just easier to pretend like, oh,
You guys
like,
are, like,
you know,
super,
like that's
yeah.
great for you, like that's awesome, and just like let's break the ice and let's skip past like the awkward like getting to know each other thing, and let's just pretend like we're buddy. It's just less awkward that way. I feel like.
Yeah, but we're talking about the idea of we've gone past all that. we've experienced all of that, and now we're parting ways. And the suggestion of, okay, we need to do this regularly, or hey, we need to go to Mexico or something. And I've had this suggested.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I've had this suggested for real, not.
Are you talking about?
I'm not talking about. No, I'm not talking
Oh,
about
I
them.
thought you were talking about something.
I'm not talking about them. And so, yeah.
Have you ever thought of it the other way, of maybe it's people looking at you and being like, "Aw, this guy's
so
seems lonely."
It could be.
Let's incorporate him.
I thought you were gonna be.
in our thing.
I thought you were about to be complimentary and be like, "Wouldn't you think maybe they just love your vibe?" I was like, "No, they just
Maybe they think
you
I'm
look-
lonely, but I've never initiated it. So
Sure.
I don't.
So
I have no
your
desire.
topic is just you're annoyed at people for being like overly
I'm
friendly.
not saying I'm annoyed. I'm not saying
Sounds
I'm
like you're annoyed.
I want to make it 100%
the topic's going
clear.
to be called Patrick's Annoyed.
I'm going to make it 100% crystal clear. I'm not annoyed at this. It's just something that I
Just stop doing it to him.
I'm not even saying stop. I'm not even saying stop doing it to me. Have I said those words?
No.
I haven't
You
said that.
just noticed.
I'm just saying I've
this
noticed
habit.
it. It's a little weird to me.
Yeah.
And I presume that, God forbid, when we start
dying
getting a little further apart from each
Oh.
other, or, we're not as close.
when they finally catch Mark.
I presume,
For he
when
knows
they
what.
finally,
For he knows what.
I don't know what.
when you finally get, hauled away and put in cuffs. But when it does get to the point where we are a little further apart, whether that be emotionally or physically, I presume that I might have to resort to
Doing
that,
this?
to be
To
honest with
begging
you.
people to hang out.
I'm not saying anyone begs. What is up with you? Why are you putting words on my mouth?
I don't know. I honestly feel like I want
Because
to
how
hear.
else are you going to get close to someone?
I
I'm
get
not
it,
saying
but I want
invite
to
someone
hear.
to Mexico.
I want to hear what Matty and Malcolm have to say about. Do you guys think that? And I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm right or he's right. I'm just being like, do you guys think that this sort of like immediately let's get close type thing is a symptom of like trying to be polite and meeting someone for the first time and trying to kill that awkwardness, or potentially like a lot of the times like someone actually yearning for a connection, or does it depend? The Mexico thing, to be fair, the Mexico thing to me seems like a more of a I want a close friend. That seems different because like if you're being fake nice or just kind of like artificially nice just to like break the awkwardness, you wouldn't invite someone for real to a trip.
That's right.
Because you said that it was for real. It wasn't like casual.
It was for real, and this person actually went.
But the guy at the church to me is more of like a fake nice thing of like, oh, like, let's just be chill type thing, and like there's no awkward thing needed. Type.
Just a little asterisk on fake nice.
I'm not saying
I don't think you're accusing them of like not being like
Nice people.
nice people.
No. I'm just saying the interaction. I'm just saying
yeah.
his words.
It was fake because it's not grounded in any reality.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he
why.
doesn't because he straight up doesn't know you.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could be a really, for all he knows, you might be a complete asshole. He talked to you for 30 seconds, and for him to be like, oh, like that's like to imply that it was a good match for you to go into clinical psychology. It just seems like you have no idea whether it's a good match or not. He's just trying to be nice. I get it, but it's also fakey.
Yeah, that's why I had to call him out. Right?
Well, but that's what I was going to say, where I feel like it could be either
That's
of
why
what you
that's why
guys
Patrick
are-
beat the shit out of him
Yeah.
on the spot.
That's why Patrick
my
caved his
God.
skull in. And they still haven't found him.
And he goes, you're never coming back.
I think it could be either of what you guys are saying,
Yeah.
but I also think there's like a third simpler lane of like it's just
A nice
people
guy?
being like overly, maybe arguably so, but just like overly polite,
Could be
or
overly
like
polite
nice
as well. yeah.
people that just like they're either like overly polite or they don't really know like not boundaries because it's not like they're crossing a line, but they're a little more like
Comfortable.
touchy feely, like comfortable with people, like that kind of thing, whatever it is. Whereas my base default is hatred, so it's like I don't have to worry about that. But I don't know. I mean, like, don't you guys do the same thing if you're like meeting people
Here's
that
what
you not that you like want to be friends with or anything, but that you like you bump into a new coworker or like somebody in one of your classes or like a cute girl that you may be interested in or something. Like, you guys ever have that like?
I only ever say the following phrase, and only when I mean it. Oh, we should do this again sometime, or hey, we should talk some more
I
sometime.
think,
Sure.
but for you introduced a whole other aspect, which is like romantic interactions, which to me
That's like one branch of what I'm saying.
sure, but to me the romantic interactions like there's more. I don't know. There's more to it than just like meeting a friend for the first time type thing. I feel like there are other. It's like a more complicated motivation type thing. Like you're not only interested in getting to know someone, but you're also like physically attracted to them, most likely if you're wanting to talk to them. And there's all these different aspects where you might, I mean, someone might say this is like scumbaggy, but like you might want to act a slightly different way than you would with just like a dude that you're meeting for the first time, and you're gonna like talk shit and be all like brash and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So to me, there's like a different aspect to it there. Maybe you'll choose to be more respectful and polite as opposed to like with your boys, you're just kind of being silly. But yeah, for what you're saying is like, wouldn't we do the same thing? I feel like
I'm not saying you guys would invite somebody on a trip
No,
to
no,
Mexico. That is like a little weird.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be like, oh, like this career sounds great for you specifically, and I think you'd be really good at it when I just met them for the first time. Like I'd have to talk to them a few times and get to know their personality a little bit, and I'd be like, honestly, yeah, I can't see you doing that. But like first interaction's a little bit like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I get what you're saying. There is a certain like there are times where it comes across as maybe like a fake polite or whatever thing, or not like it's more genuine, but it's just a little
Well, to
laying
me,
it on a little thick.
To me, I usually take people at their word, and it can for sure be what you guys are saying of the whole polite thing, but I also would still contend that sometimes it is the person who is looking for more connections or
I don't know,
or a bigger friend group,
like
or
okay, the
something.
guy. Let's cut back to the guy at the church real quick.
Sure.
Did you feel like in the moment he was talking to you in that way in order to like honestly be like, you know what, you felt like he wanted a friend in you, or did you feel like he was just, because to me how I felt about it was like, oh, this guy is like talking to these two dudes he's never met before in his life.
Yeah. And
he's probably just trying to break the ice and make sure it's not awkward and be like, oh, I'm a nice guy. Like, let's just,
That particular example is a cut and dry example of what you're saying.
Okay.
For
but
sure.
to me, that also reeks of like, it's not business, but like it gives me that like business vibes of like you walk into the guy's store and he's like overly nice kind of thing of, come back sometime. We'd love to have you again.
No.
We're
We're talking about the other guy, the third guy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the church.
No, the
person.
guy saying come back. That's like a totally normal thing to say. Because like, I mean, also he wasn't
talking about the guy who's like, you'd be perfect for this job.
Yeah,
after
that guy,
30 seconds.
That guy's what I'm talking about. Also,
almost literally 30 seconds.
Also, it is the other guy who said we should come back. It's also a little bit weird because he wasn't the church head. He was just like some other guy our age who just attends the thing.
And he also, again, we hadn't even introduced each other.
Sure, but that I was mistaken. But even the other person being like, "Come back," reeks to me more of like a, we want more people. Or
and
want,
that's
like,
not even an example of what I was trying to say, by
Yeah.
the way.
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
But the thing about the guy after 30 seconds being like, "Yeah, you'd be great for this job," is more like.
I think I'm.
And that's also an example of what I was
you,
trying to say as well. By the way, those are two outstanding examples, but they're not a reflection
No,
of
they're not what you're saying
the
about
point
like
I'm
looking
trying to
for
make.
friends.
Yeah,
in
no,
quotes.
I wouldn't say they are.
But
no.
that's what I'm saying again. I feel like it could be any one of these options of like
For sure.
somebody who's just overly polite, somebody who's like fake polite, somebody who's looking for a friend, somebody who's just trying to make a first meeting not
I know,
awkward. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a big. I think oftentimes human interactions are based around how can we make this less painful, basically.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it is painful to meet someone for the first time, and it's like there's a
Can
little
be,
uneasiness. But I know Matty at some point said that maybe this person thinks that you look lonely. Maybe. But I also think that, like, to play devil's advocate as well, I think that sometimes this kind of connects to what I was saying in the cold open. Sometimes I feel like it's hard to make genuine connections, and when someone meets you and may actually be like, oh, this person, in their mind, they're like, oh, this person is actually really cool, and like, I don't meet a person who I like immediately this often, I'm going to try to like capture this right away. Like, I'm not going to try to let this slip away, because if they go, oh yeah, we should do this again, then you never do it again.
That's right.
But if they're like, go to Mexico with me, in their mind, they're not thinking about how that's like overstepping, but maybe they're thinking like, I want to capitalize on the situation because maybe I won't see this person again. Let's like incorporate them and make them feel like super, super welcome. Because like it's hard to make friends sometimes. Like some people think it's easy, some people think it's harder. It depends on who you are. But like for me, I feel like it's harder than I thought it was because I don't know, just like that chemistry of a group is not as I don't know, it's not as common as I might have thought before. I guess.
Yeah.
Because like when we go out, for example, if we're sitting at a bar or a restaurant or something, like we're laughing our asses off, we're having a great time. Like it's always a good time. It's never like boring just sitting around. Like we're always having a good time. But I couldn't say the same thing about like if you just threw me into a random group of people and I started to get to know them, like it might be super awkward for a while. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just a thing of like because we've known each other for so long. But I also think that if I never met you guys and we just plopped at a table and we're all strangers, I feel like our personalities would get along. I think
That's a nice thought.
I don't know. What do you guys think? That's an interesting question. Do you guys think we'd actually get along if we were strangers right now? Like if we never met and we just saw each other at school one time?
I don't know if we'd all just outright be ourselves right away, not knowing each other.
Sure, but I'm saying like, do you think that we would eventually like become close? I know it's like an impossible question, really, but do you guys think that?
I mean, it's not an impossible question. Once upon a time we were strangers.
I guess that's true, but also
But that's
proximity.
a completely different time and place.
And
like,
we lived it
compared to right now.
And-
This is true.
And a lot of people talk about how like proximity is like the number one factor of like how to make relationships and friends.
That's true.
Like, it's not like who is perfect for you in your relationships or in your friendships. It's like who's around
That's
and
right.
compatible in a
Yeah.
way. So I'm just thinking like if we were all from different areas and we happened to like land at the same college or university and we met in a class, like I don't know, would we?
It's hard to
an
say,
interesting
yeah.
question.
It's hard to say. As long as we're geographically close, like in the same college, then there's definitely a chance.
Sure,
But,
yeah.
I don't know.
How do you feel about all this, Patrick, to the relationship point? Would this stick out to you as much if like a girl came up to you and was being like overly polite kind of thing?
Or she invited you to like do stuff like right when she met you type thing.
Mhm. She was like, "Come with me to Mexico."
Would you be
How
turned?
would that sit with
Would you be? I
That
think
would weird me out.
I think
the same
anybody
way.
should.
That would be weird, but
Yeah.
not the Mexico thing, but more of a realistic, like of an overly polite, like, "Oh, we should hang out again sometime."
It depends on what we were doing in our interaction. My initial thought might be that she's into me.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. If a girl was like hanging out with me and she was like, "Dude, like I like you a lot. Let's hang out again." I'd be like, "This is so fucking refreshing."
That's
You know?
the dream.
It's like it's so refreshing, and it's like maybe you get used to the idea of like like slowly talking, and then maybe like now we're in a flirting stage, and
Yeah.
then maybe we're back to like just normal talk. Like that idea of like being so straightforward, and
Yeah.
both of you being, and she's like, "Oh, like I really like you. Let's go out and like
Yeah.
let's do this." And I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
Well, that's like, that's what was
Every
great
man's
about
dream.
that's every man's dream. That's what was great about like Varsh and I getting together.
Mm.
Happy anniversary again. When it was like friends for years and like all that, and it's like, I always thought she was cute and whatever, and like towards
Ugh.
before we got together, like I
Mushy feelings.
kind of had like a crush on her and all this stuff, but it's like she was the, like I always say, I'm like, hey, you're the one that instigated all this, because she was the one that, it was Wonderland first and then the Halloween party a few days later, which then like a week after that, first week of November was our first date that we didn't really know was a date to the art gallery and dinner, where I'm like, yeah, you're the one that instigated all this, because I never would have said anything to you at all,
Fucking Matty, dude.
kind of thing. And then when we were at Wonderland and the party, I got a certain vibe from you that you maybe had like
Was it in the eyes?
feelings or something.
Was it in the looks?
It was in everything. And then
Oh wow.
and then when I like talked to Allie whatever after, I'm like, is there
What's going
something
on?
going on here? Because like,
But she's literally like grabbing his leg, and he's like, "I'm getting a vibe.
I'm getting a vibe here.
I don't know what it is, but
and that's why I told Allie, I was like, is there something going on here? And Allie was very like, trying to be, a girl's girl and like not say too
Cover
much.
for her, yeah.
But like I got sort of an impression from Allie too that like maybe there's something here. And because Allie and Eric have also, they tell us now
They
that
take
like,
credit.
for the longest time they were like, oh, we always wanted you two to get together because
Matthew?
we thought it would make us like a fun little quartet.
Can you wrap this up? Is what you're gonna say? Then?
But so to wrap it up, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
where it's
I don't
like,
wanna- I
that's
don't-
what was so nice about Varsh not getting together, where it's like she did all the work.
That's great.
I was the one that eventually like told her first, like,
Matthew.
hey, I really like you and like, would like to kind of go out with you. But it was all instigated by her, which was jackpot perfect.
Right,
Matthew.
yeah.
So thank you.
Do you appreciate?
Here we go.
This is a genuine question. Do you
Okay.
appreciate how?
The look in your eyes tells me it's not, but I'm gonna believe you.
On God, it's a genuine question. Do you? What the hell is going on over there?
Dude, Malcolm is so checked out.
Malcolm
He's
was
so
having a
checked
moment.
out, bro. I was thinking to
I haven't
myself.
said a word this whole
I
this whole
know.
topic.
I know. I was gonna pass the mic over to you after this, but.
Wait, is that because you don't have anything to say?
No, it's just I did, but it all passed.
Oh, I see.
You need to be more assertive.
Yeah, just
when
jump-
we
just
speak.
jump.
You need to jump in.
Just jump in.
The thing is,
You need
it's
to
just-
be- you need to-
There's
you
not
need-
much to say. And then what I was
There's
gonna
not much
say,
to say. We've been
and
going
then what
on
I
for
was
how
gonna
long?
say gets said and it doesn't need to be said anymore.
He's just a live audience
Do you
right now.
do you appreciate how ideal your situation is?
Do I appreciate?
Yeah.
I can't
Immensely.
stress to you enough.
what you have in the what's the word I'm looking for? What you have in meeting Varsh first as a friend
Mm-hmm.
and then knowing her for so many years and then getting together is so
Ideal.
unbelievably for lack of a better word, goals.
Mm.
I can't even express, like, I can't even.
That's the quintessential, right?
That's what it is.
The situation.
That's what it is.
I
And I want that.
I can't stress enough how much I appreciate it.
Good.
Especially someone in my shoes, where it's like I think about for how long I,
Yearned.
could not really yearned because I could not talk to girls really, like basically all of high
What
school.
does that mean, though? What does that mean?
Like,
you can
never
talk to,
could really. I could talk, not like in a
You just
little
chose
sense,
not
but
to.
like I could never work myself up to like I'm gonna ask this girl to the big dance.
but that's
or
like, a, but that's like a.
I'm gonna ask this girl out or whatever.
But that to me is like a confidence in instigating something, as opposed to like if you were in a group project with someone and you had to talk to them, you wouldn't be scared talking to the girl.
no, yeah, I have no problem. Like,
I wouldn't classify you as someone who's scared of talking to girls. It's just like the idea of like going up to somebody.
going up to someone and talking to them in a romantic sense was what petrified me. It was never like a friend, and even like the girl in high school that I had a big crush on.
Yeah.
I had no problem sitting and chatting with her and like working on group projects and shit, whatever. But I
You know
never
what
I could never bring myself to be like,
Yeah, but you know what
hey,
I-
you want to like hang out sometime?
But you know what I've come to realize? I don't know. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I might be completely wrong on this, but I've semi-recently come to the realization that girls don't want that anyway. I mean, I feel like I've known that for a while of like, girls don't, I feel like a lot of girls don't want you to go up to them and be like romantic, like off the bat. Like, hey, like you're cute. Can I go? Like,
Not so much
That's
that.
why- that's why
even
the
just to
friendship
like
thing is-
approach a girl and be like, hey, like, want to go to like
randomly.
a movie sometime?
But to me, it's
Whoa.
like, no, but to me, once you're, it's like off the street.
Oh my
No,
God,
but to me,
Matthew.
why your situation is so ideal is because it's a natural progression.
Yes,
That's right.
And that's why I feel like it doesn't work oftentimes unless you're fucking Fabio over here. Like if you're going up to a girl like off the street, like she's gonna feel a little weird about you going up and like wanting to hang out with her privately, one-on-one, regardless. But if you like meet in a natural way and it's not like forced by you, if you just like meet and you're like natural and having
And you
a good
can get to
conversation,
know each other in a group.
sure, yeah. That to me is like that to me, unless the girl is like hoping someone's gonna talk to them, I feel like most girls are just kind of like doing their own shit and they don't want some random guy to like try to pull a date on them last second.
Well, it
type thing.
depends. Like if you
Sure.
are walking down the street, and a guy comes up to you, I imagine that would be annoying. But like I'm
Sure.
thinking like if you're at like even like at a bar,
Yeah, but even
and like
then, it's
in my
like,
college, even like as recently as a few years ago in my college days, I could not for the life of me ever work up to like walking across the bar to like some cute girl and just like, can I get you a drink, or like any, like I could never do
but
that.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like I can't obviously speak for women. I'm not one, but like I just feel like a lot of girls get turned off from being hit on. A lot of girls, some girls maybe they're there and they want to be hit on, and then other girls I feel like if they want a genuine connection, they may prefer to like be friends and get to know each other.
Sure.
As opposed to someone being like, hey, I'm only walking up to you solely because I think you're attractive and you're hot, and I want to like get into that romantic space with you at some point.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, how about you like get to know me first before you like start trying to like
That's right.
hang out.
Two things I'll say on that is I would say it is highly dependent on the setting. So if
Sure.
it is a bar, then I would
Then
say
maybe they're looking for-
maybe it's more likely the case that they are looking. And also
Or a club
the
or
way you
something.
approach it, you're right.
Mhm.
Of, hey, I think you're super pretty.
Sure.
I want to take you out versus, hey, can I buy you a drink?
Yeah,
Let's
because
talk
then
for
it's
a
like
little
at
bit.
the end of like
do
sitting
you
there at
mean?
the bar for 2-3
I think
hours.
I think those are
the
both the same.
latter is.
No, but I think
Are they both the same?
I'm
though?
pretty sure the whole "Can I buy you a drink?" is like, "Hey, you're attractive. I want to buy you a drink."
Listen,
and talk to you.
either way, you're going up to the person. Your intentions are clear, but one
why I think they're
way,
the same.
but one way, you don't even ask to get to know the person. You just say, "Hey, I want to take you out sometime." Versus the other way,
No one does that. That's fucking insane. You don't go up to someone and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you want to hang out?" It's like you don't even know my name. You haven't talked to me before.
Or sorry, the idea of going up to a girl being like, "Hey, I think you're super pretty. Can I get your Insta? Can I get your whatever?" That happens way more often.
I feel like they're both the same, except one's a little bit more direct and the other one's more indirect. But I feel like at the end of the day, the goal is like, "Hey, you're attractive, and I want to like get to know you," type
Yes.
thing. Whereas I feel like because the motivation is so clear,
Yeah.
people who are turned off by one will likely be turned off by both, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I think that, I don't know, this is a whole tangent, but I just feel like when you're saying, even when I heard Matty say like, oh, I had trouble like going up to someone and being like, hey, you want to hang out, or I think you're attractive, like you felt that was hard to do because it's a weird thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always felt weird about that too. And guys who just like naturally feel like cool with walking up to girls and being like, hey, like you're hot, like you want to go out or whatever, those guys are the ones that they're missing something. Like we have that. I don't know. I'm not trying to be like, oh, we're fucking great, but I'm saying like that natural feeling of like awkwardness and like apprehension with doing something like that is natural, because like it's not a natural thing to do to walk up to someone who you don't know and be like, oh, I want to like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't entirely agree with what you're saying in that it doesn't. Romantic relationships don't always arise from Matty's ideal situation.
Sure.
You know what I mean? There has to be other avenues for you to be able to.
You're saying sometimes it has to be instigated by somebody?
I would say sometimes it would have to be instigated by someone, and I wouldn't say there's anything. And not that you're saying there's something inherently wrong with going up to.
No, I'm not saying that.
A girl, but.
But isn't the setting important too?
The setting, that's what it is.
But
that's the main thing to me. The setting has to be on point.
But what I'm talking about
is
like a setting that's like clearly you're trying to get laid or something, or clearly you're attracted to them and want to like pursue something with them, as opposed to like, oh, like if I'm in class with somebody and there's a girl next to me and I think she's attractive, I may be like, oh, hey, how's it going? My name's Mark, by the way, and like introducing myself, and like we talk about whatever. Yeah, that to me is like me instigating it, but it's also not that like scumbaggy, like, oh, I'm gonna like creep up to her in the bar type thing and be like, can I buy you a drink? You know? I don't know.
There's at the end of the day, there's a million different ways it all works out when people get together. But yes, to your point, I am eternally grateful and appreciative how Varsh and I's thing worked out, where it was like friends for like 3-4 years, and then it going to us getting together, because it was like, it just removes so much of like the getting to know someone stage, I guess, because like, well, I already know you.
Well, and what I would add to that is it doesn't remove the getting to know someone stage, but it removes the getting to know someone stage with expectations or with this pressure.
Thing. That's the worst thing, is the context of, hey, this is supposed to be, this is for the purpose of like romantic relationship.
Yeah.
It's not. That's why I feel like that when I was saying of like romantic relationships are more complicated in a sense, because there's much more going on. There's more motivations going on, as opposed to just like, I want to get to know somebody. It's like, I want to get to know somebody and I'm looking for a relationship, and I want someone to be like, you know, emotionally close to me and physically close to me and like physically and emotionally intimate. Like, you're looking for all those things.
That's right.
And that's why your situation is so great, because like you weren't looking for those things from the beginning, so you're able to genuinely connect with somebody in a way and then transition to that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's the key point to me, is that without that pressure of, I think we all know what we're talking about. Yeah. To me, I'm talking about the pressure of like getting physical or maybe labeling it or whatever it is. The romantic stuff. Intimacy generally. Yeah. Without the pressure of intimacy, you can truly, I would argue, you can truly bond emotionally with the other person, and that is the thing that will stand the test of time. That is the thing that's true,
because eventually, like, you know, in your 70s, in your 80s, or whatever, if you're married to someone,
you ain't still bumping uglies.
Like we saw X, right? So
we have the God.
It doesn't last forever. I mean, I guess it does last forever
for them.
For
them it did.
There's well, yeah, with Varsh and I, that was the thing where it's like, yeah, we were just friends, and then, you know, it worked out kind of thing. I was just, because you were saying about building like that emotional connection and all that stuff, and it just made me laugh, because there's a video out there. I don't know if I have it, but I know Varsh does. I'll have to maybe find it and maybe throw it in here if I find it, although Varsh might kill me. But it's like her and I working on Helen at Sheridan.
Yeah.
And it was some video we did like right after the stream where she filmed it with me. So it's like her and I in the video. And it was like, I think because most of the people who tuned in for the stream, it might have been like 50 people, but they were all like, it was a lot of people that I knew from like high school and, you know, work and whatever. And I guess Varsh wanted to thank them. So we're filming this video where she's like, you know, hey, thanks to all of like Helen's friends for like tuning into the live stream, because you were like the majority of our audience and all this stuff and blah, 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 and whatever. And then I say, I forget what it is, but I say something along the lines of like, you know, yeah, thanks to Matt's, or because we said Matt's friends. And I said, yeah, thanks to Matt's friends. You know, you guys really came out. And I said, and thanks to Matt too. I hear he's a great guy. And I hear he's got just a absolutely colossal dong. And she's like horrified in the video. And it's like, well, there you go. We got to like, you know, she got to build an emotional connection with that.
she got to know a little bit of your physical anatomy before she...
Exactly. And then, you know, then it flourished and evolved into something nice. But
just
yeah, one last friend thing is the way to go.
One last asterisk though, that being said, of my perception on how to, I guess, properly form a relationship with someone, that's not to say that you can't form a proper emotional connection if you don't do it the way
Sure.
that you
No, I mean
done it.
I mean, I feel like my first.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say really quick.
Yeah.
Like my very first relationship wasn't based off of a friendship. I mean, I guess it kind of was, but it was like when we got to talking, it was because like one of us found the other person like attractive type thing.
Yeah,
It's like it can work out that way.
it
in a
can.
sense,
Yeah,
you know?
the only point I was trying to make is
Yeah.
it's ideal in my opinion because it
100%.
leads to the most, again in my view,
Emotionally-
authentic,
fulfilling.
emotional friendship connection possible.
Yeah.
And then from there you can flourish. Anyways,
There you go.
anything else?
On this topic, I don't think so. That was a good topic.
There you
Cool.
I liked it.
Fun conversation. Do you want to say
solid listen?
All right.
Gentlemen, for once I have a timely topic, which I know will make Patrick a happy camper because he's usually sad that we're not timely with the podcast. But for once, we're going to be timely.
No. Timely as in current event?
Sure.
No. My qualm is that we often do bring up current events,
Yes,
but
and then
come out
the
2
show
weeks
isn't.
later.
This will be current when
This
it comes
is
out.
timed. Yes, I've timed this. I did.
Wow.
I've been sitting on this topic for a couple
Like
of weeks.
in a couple of weeks from now. What's the
2 weeks.
the buffer period? Okay.
So yeah, in like 2 weeks when this is out. This will come out March 9th, which is the day before, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday, March 10th. You're right, Malcolm. Good.
What
March Madness?
Malcolm's keeping up. March 10th happens to be the 2024 Oscars,
Oh,
which
did you know
leads
that?
me to my topic, awards. Now, there's a bunch of different ways we can pull at this. There's a bunch of different ways I would like to pull at this. But I wanted to talk about awards. I think we can get into like awards we've maybe won in a little bit.
What? You guys have awards? I don't have awards.
Like some school things.
Oh,
or like,
medals.
Okay.
I've
Like sport medals?
No first place medals, yeah, but
Yeah, I have like some sports things from like hockey when I was a kid and some school things. So we can maybe get into like our personal awards after. But I'm more for now interested in like, well, and there's also an angle I kind of wanted to get into of like how our parents' generation, bless their hearts, completely fucked our generation in the sense of like everybody gets an award and participation trophies and like how that's just
before we move on,
completely devalued.
before we dive into this, is there something you want to say about the Oscars? The whole point of you bringing up the timely manner thing?
The reason I brought it, well, because awards, award show, awards.
Yeah, so are we going to talk about the Oscars?
Specifically with the Oscars, one angle of awards, the topic that I wanted to get into, and that's what I will put in the YouTube description of the title of this episode is awards, the topic. I won't, that's too long. Is award shows I find frustrating.
Like the Game
because,
Awards. Except
like
the Game Awards is
Game
the best
Awards,
version of that because there are premieres and stuff to look forward to.
Sure, there's arguably a case to
I
be
feel like an
made
asshole
that
saying that,
the
sorry.
least awardsy part of the Game Awards is the best part and is also what makes it worth watching in
Yeah.
a way, as a because they're not at the Oscars being like, and here's Nolan's next film. Like
Yeah.
they don't do it. Like it is purely the awards. But I find awards and award shows in that sense frustrating in a sense in the way that people talk about them, because I wish it was more of like a celebration, and it is in a lot of ways when like, you know, the indie darling that people wanted to win, or like, you know, even I was happy when like something like Alan Wake 2 wins like best narrative at the Game Awards this past year somewhere. It's like awesome, fuck yeah, like I like that
What
game.
won
It's-
game of the year, by the way?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, yeah. But it's like it's frustrating when it, you know, I feel like people take it too personally, and then the whole thing just becomes like very political, and not in a literal,
Like politics?
not in a literal politics sense, although there is that angle to
In
it.
a movie politics
But it
way,
becomes, yeah, and more of like a in the biz politics thing of like the Grammys or whatever the fuck just happened, because, you know, it's awards season now, so a lot of these shows have been happening. And I forget who it was, but it was like somebody won album of the year or performer of the year.
I think it was a rapper or
or
something.
whatever it was, and they wanted it to go to like,
Taylor Swift? Didn't Taylor Swift win album
No,
of the
what
year?
I heard was like there was like a rap album, or like people really. Oh, I saw a lot of people online being like Travis Scott should have won best rap album, but some like I think Killer Mike or something won it or something like that. And people were like, "Oh, what the hell?" Like, I think your mic's off, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
Pull up like Grammy like controversy or something. Like what happened with that? Like Grammy 2020, 2024 controversy. Swift. Oh, for not acknowledging or greeting Dion. Oh.
There was something with Taylor Swift, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Was it the rap album thing?
Is
that SZA?
Yes.
What did she win?
SZA.
Nada.
She got nominated.
She was there.
First
That's the one. That's Killer Mike.
Never heard of Killer Mike in my entire life.
He's one of the two guys from Run the Jewels.
He's
which I
OG.
Don't know what that is either.
Mistakenly announced that the award had gone to Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. Okay, that just sounds like it's more like an error, but where's?
No, but people were saying like, oh, like, I mean, this article might not mention it, but I saw everyone online being like, oh,
Hours after his trio of Grammy wins, Killer Mike was spotted in handcuffs.
Oh no.
what?
I don't know if it was scissor or something. I forget. Honestly, I should have prepped for this more than I did, which was not at all. But the point was, it's not just this Grammys. Like, there's been other times. Like, The Weeknd a couple years ago didn't win Album of the Year or something.
I don't think he got nominated.
There was definitely there was something a couple years ago where he either didn't get nominated or like was nominated and didn't win Album of the Year, and he made this like whole thing online where he's like, I'm done with the Grammys and this, that, and the other thing.
He did that?
And, yeah, like he was saying like he's done with it and like, you know, why wasn't he recognized and all the shit. And to me it's just like
On Instagram or something?
something like that. And
Probably
I just
Twitter, right?
I just find the way people focus so much and talk about award shows frustrating, when to me it's like, shouldn't it just be at the end of the day like celebrate the people that won and the nominees kind of thing? Like, shouldn't it just be more of a celebration?
How
But it's
does
just
the
frustrating
Weekend thing factor into that statement?
Because to me it just becomes too much about like
Competition.
who wins and who doesn't and the competition of it, and then it does become very politically motivated in a more literal sense, where like this year I think it was something to the extent of, and I could be fucking up some of the details here, but it was something to the extent of there was like some female black artist that people wanted to win
Beyonce?
an award. It might have been her and didn't. And then people were like in an uproar. And it's the same shit they say to the Grammys. It's the same shit people say to the Oscars, where it's like, you know, why does like so-and-so get an award, but not like, you know, maybe this like artist of color or whatever. And it's like, that's a thing that I find frustrating too, because it's like, why not just celebrate everybody for like being nominated, or even if they weren't nominated, just like celebrate all these different artists for their good work. Like if it was Beyonce, whoever it was, this like female artist that I'm thinking of, I think they were nominated. They just didn't win.
I think it was Taylor Swift winning over Beyonce or something.
And so to me, it's just like, why not just whoever won it, give them their flowers, and then also just be like, uplift everybody else of like, yeah, everybody, you know, a good year, good shit, whatever.
But that is the essence. Isn't that the essence of these award shows, when you have the nominees show up and everything? Like, yeah, this person won, but you guys were all nominated.
I mean,
You guys
I
were
think that's
all
what it's
here.
supposed to be. I just think I find that it becomes more of a like, who wins and who didn't win,
But
and if
that's
the
not a-
person we didn't want to win wins, then it's like,
But who makes it that way? That like the audience makes it that way, not the fucking planning. Like to me, it's like even when they pull up, like I've seen clips of like, oh, best actor or whatever, and they have like they'll put on the big screen like everybody's face, like close up on their face, like Leonardo DiCaprio, Adrian Brody, like all these people like up on the thing, and then they pick the winner and it zooms in on them and they come up and give a speech, but like all of them were recognized, all of them's names were listed, like, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio in Shutter Island or whatever, and they show a whole clip of it or whatever, right? And then they like at the very least they say his name and acknowledge that he's nominated. So even if he doesn't win, like the actual event is recognizing all these people and spending a decent amount of time. Like I'm sure they talk. I haven't seen the show. I haven't watched the Oscars ever, but like I'm sure they talk about the performance or like show a clip of it, or at the very least be like say the person's name and the movie that they were in.
yeah.
So to me, like what you're saying is like that's just what people. That's just what the audience turns it into. But I don't think it's inherently that way of like very like competitive and like, you know. I don't know.
I think it's less so the event's fault typically,
Yeah.
and it is more the way
People receive
it,
Sure.
which also goes to my thing with not like awards generally, but there is also a small part of me that like also thinks that like none of it really matters and that it's all kind of stupid and subjective anyways. So there's also a part
do
of
you
me that
mean?
looks at it of like, don't get me wrong, if I was ever in a position where it's like, Matt, here's your Oscar, I'm fucking weeping tears and like up there on the stage, happy as shit, thanking, you know, friends and family.
What do you mean by
and everybody.
subjective?
Who wins and who doesn't?
To pick someone seems kind of silly. 'cause
Oh
it's-
yeah,
like, what
whoever
is it-
wins, film of the year or album of the year, that doesn't mean that theirs is objectively the album
and that's
of the
what
year.
I'm saying, where it's like I'm not trying to take away from like the celebrating of the artists. It's more to the point of like it's all kind of just a bunch of make-believe nonsense. So it's like
I think you're going too far in the other direction, though.
I'm just saying it's like
Because
I don't
it
get
is-
why people read into it or care as much when it is a thing of like, or when a creator like The Weeknd gets up there and is like, why didn't I win album of the year or whatever? It's like, I get there's a certain part when you're in the arts of like wanting to recognize it and maybe wanting that award. I get that too, because there's a small part of me that feels that, but it's like, I'm not trying to get into film or comics for the awards.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're going in the statement of, it's, what was the statement that you said that I said you went too far? What did you just say?
I said like none of it really matters.
None of it really matters.
Not
I
that
think if you could just let me get this point out first, and then you can go ahead. I think it's for the same reason that you guys said that you guys pushed back on me when we were talking about the dev controversy at the Game Awards. That it means something, and you guys were right when you guys said it means something to be recognized by your peers who are in the industry.
Yes. I don't want to be too flippant about it.
Yeah.
And I am being a little
Where-
hyperbolic.
What is your topic in awards? Where are you going with this topic?
Well, I'm just talking about award shows and some of the frustrations with it. But like I said, we can get to like awards we've won and all that stuff. You know,
Are you
it's a
upset?
little broad.
No, I just didn't know where this was going.
It's kind of like I wanted to talk about like awards and take it in a couple different ways. So this was kind of the main way. And again, because we're
honestly,
at the eve of the Oscars at the time of recording. But I don't want to sound like too flippant. It does matter. It is important. I think it's less important for like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio to get up there.
Sure.
It's like, okay, whatever. Everybody knows you. Something like the Game Awards to me means a little more personally, because it's like these aren't famous people that are recognized anywhere in the world and like everybody knows their name kind of thing. Like it is a more, even though games are fucking bigger than movies and TV and music put together, like they aren't, the people behind them aren't as known compared to like music and movies and TV kind of thing. But even in music and movies and TV, they are important. I'm glad they exist. It's more to the point of like, there is a part of me that, yes, it's important and I'm glad people are recognized for their shit. At the same time, it shouldn't be the be all end all. So to me, it's like with The Weeknd, it's like, isn't the fact that you're like number 3 on Spotify or whatever the fuck it is,
I actually think he's like number 1.
or like number 1 on Spotify, and that you're this multi-millionaire and you've got like legions of fans everywhere, like, and you're passionate, I assume, about making, like, isn't that way more important than having some committee of people be like, and here's your Grammy? I'm not saying that's undesirable. I'm not saying why wouldn't you want that, but like,
You're saying he reacted too strongly?
to me, it's just like, I would rather be in a situation where I found out I wasn't up for album of the year, as opposed to I was up for album of the year and like I wasn't passionate about making music and nobody gave a shit about who I was, and like I was broke somehow, which, how the fuck are you getting album of the year and broke? Like, I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would rather have the like fan base and like financial stability and, you know, passion for what I'm doing, as opposed to being recognized
Honestly,
for like, hey, you're good.
yeah.
We subjectively think you're good at what you do. Because to me, it's also like, well, there's also numerous award shows.
Yeah.
So it's like the DICE Awards just happened for the Game Awards, or for like video games and whatever. And they gave different games different awards and didn't like categorize the same thing. So then it's also like, well, do you care about the DICE Awards more, or do you care about the Game Awards more? Like, what matters? So it's just the whole fucking...
I feel like The Weeknd's reaction might be, I don't know, maybe that's a common reaction, I don't know, but I feel like most people, if you're like a fairly well-adjusted, like mature person, like you're not going to read into it that much. You're not going to be like, oh, this is what defines me and this is what...
Sure.
And I also feel like this is like a weird connection, but I mean, I'm really into like MMA and shit. And like in the UFC, for example, if someone like loses a big fight and it's like they lost their championship belt or whatever, or they let's say sometimes it's like what they call a vacant belt, and there's 2 fighters and they're both not champions and they're fighting for the belt. Let's say person A wins, like person B is not gonna, if they're a mature person who like And most of the time they'll be like this. They'll think, oh, this doesn't define me. It could have gone another night. It could have gone another way. You know what I'm saying? So like The Weeknd to me like should have been like, oh, I had a massively popular album. Like a lot of people loved it, and I'm doing good. I'm being recognized as one of the best people. I'm a nominee, i.e. like in the comparison, it's like I'm up for the belt type thing. Like I'm recognized, and it doesn't matter necessarily if I'm like the chosen one in that night or not, because like I don't know, could have gone the other way too. Like it's close.
There's like
thing.
just to have a certain amount of good sportsmanship about
Sure.
it, I guess.
Just
And it's slightly different from sports in the sense of like the goal of sports is to win.
Sure.
But to me, it's like, is the goal of art
So that's true.
to win?
No,
Just
I
express
wouldn't
yourself.
say
And I'm
it
not
is.
saying to like, not that your comparison doesn't make any
No,
sense,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
just saying in the sense of like,
It's slightly different. Yeah.
if you're, a sports team that gets right to the championship and loses, it's like, if I was on that sports team and someone came up to me and like, but you're passionate about what you do and you make good money and you've got fans and like, it's about the love of the game and all that. I'd be like, fuck that, I'm pissed. Like, we wanted to win kind of thing. But with art, to me, it's more like, if you win the award, great. If you're nominated, great. Celebrate your peers, celebrate yourself. Like there's nothing wrong with like the self-indulgence, but it's also like, to me, I just think it's like, just have fun with it. It's an award
Also,
show.
how arrogant
Like,
is it? How arrogant is it to be like, I was the rightful winner when it's such a subjective
Sure,
thing?
and that's what frustrates me about The Weeknd in that instance, where it's like, or people with the Oscars, for example, people are pissed that Margot Robbie didn't get nominated for Best Actress for Barbie, and to me, it's like,
Margot Robbie wasn't pissed though.
I don't think she's really said anything, but to me, it's like, and even like Greta Gerwig, the director, didn't get nominated for Best Director for Barbie, and I'm like, to me, it's just like, I don't know. I really liked Barbie. I think it's great, but I don't think it's
Best Picture worthy.
I don't think it's like even Greta Gerwig's best thing. Like I haven't seen Little Women yet. I hear that's fantastic. Lady Bird is the only other thing I've seen of hers. Lady Bird is a fucking way better movie than Barbie is. Okay. But even in what I just said, entirely subjective, and there are tons of people out there who think Barbie's better and they think it should have got Best Director and Best Actress. So like,
are you just generally getting at the absurdity of like picking which art is the best art type thing?
Yes, there is an absurdity of that, and to me, that's what I'm saying more in what I'm saying it doesn't really matter, in the sense of like, just have fun with it, embrace it. To me, it's like winning should just be like a perk.
So do you think they
or
should,
like the gravy on top? It shouldn't be the like
the
be
indicator?
all end all of like anything.
Do you think they shouldn't even pick an ultimate winner at the end of the day? They should be like, here's a bunch of exceptional movies. Let's individually give them their flowers and be like, how fucking awesome are these movies?
There's almost a part of me that wishes it was that way. Where
I
award
think
shows were more of a like, and even in that, people would be pissed of like, you only picked
there's
the
an
top
exclusion
10.
to it.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck? But I get that people would be annoyed still because people are fucking scum and they'll always be annoyed at things.
God.
But it's like that, at least I would have more of an appreciation for if they stood up and were like, I don't think you would entirely base it this way, but like, based on the the top 10 Metacritic scores or whatever, like, I feel like there's just ways you could do it of like, we're going to just celebrate the industry and the medium and like shout out 10 different artists or filmmakers or game developers or whatever, and like just kind of give everyone their flowers, as opposed to like, this is the best game of the year, or this is the best album of the year, or this is the best movie, which again is an inherently subjective
But also,
gut feeling.
Just to revisit the original point in a slightly different way, I can't speak to the what's the word I'm looking for? I can't speak to the frequency in which it does happen with artists. We brought up The Weeknd, and just for this year's Grammys, Malcolm brought up Travis Scott and what was his name? Little Mike? Big Mike?
That was Mark.
Killer Mike? Whoever brought it up.
Yeah.
I feel like it happens enough, and I presume that part of the reason it may happen is because these people put, and we've already mentioned this, but just to say it in a slightly different way, people put a little too much authority on these committees that pick, or these award shows. They put.
But who are we talking about? Because I feel like the audiences mostly do that, not the
audiences
like
mostly do that for sure, and I would say that the artists who do react in those ways would likely be putting too much authority in the Grammys or the Oscars, or
for them to think that like them not being picked for the winner of the Grammys is like a diss on them, or it's
Yeah.
like there's so many incredible artists out there. Again, it's very arrogant to be like, I was clearly the best artist. How do you even determine that? Maybe numbers. Even at the same time, like numbers aren't everything. So to me, it's
That's
like
true.
at the same time, I like that they pick one at the end of the day, because to me, it's like, what if there's something that's like mutually like, you know what, this especially was like exceptional in the eyes of all these people who are like trying to review it and whatever. And so to me, it's like, and the reason why it's great is because it doesn't, if you're looking at it properly, you're not going to be like, oh, the ones that weren't picked weren't as good. Like, you'll just be like, this year we feel like this was like, you know, especially amazing. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like objectively better than the other ones or not.
Mhm.
It's just like, like this one's just being noticed for this year type thing. And the other ones shouldn't look at that and be like, oh, we're worse then. It's like, no, it's like, it could have gone to someone else that night too. These are all amazing movies. Like, congratulations. And, you know, could have been anybody.
True.
In a related way, I'm trying to relate it to like soccer. Like, soccer awards are different. It's like sport
Oh, like
awards
Ballon
in
d'Or and
general.
stuff?
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about like something as simple as like MVP in a game. Like, you put in so much work. In your mind, you're like, I was the best player on that field by far. Like, I really want to get the MVP award for this game. And then at the end of the game, it doesn't go to you. It goes to someone else. Like, if that happened to me, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, I know I was the best player on that field. Like, I put in so much work. Like, I want the recognition for that. And I feel like that's kind of what goes on, or what went on with like The Weeknd. He's like, I worked so hard for this. Like, I know it wasn't my goal. Like, that's not why I'm making this album. Like, I'm not only playing hard on the soccer field to get MVP. It's just, I worked that hard and I did so good. And there was such a great outreach and everybody loved it. Like, how did I not win that award?
I feel like it goes back to what Matty's saying, which is like, I mean, sports in a way is more like measurable too. I feel like you could measure like assists, goals, that sort of thing. And I also think that, like Matty was saying, like art is subjective, whereas sport is more objective of like, you know, I mean, I guess deciding who's MVP is more subjective.
That is a little more subjective, but really, you would be pissed in that scenario.
I'd be upset.
If he felt like he was clearly like working the hardest.
I do get where
I
the
feel
Weeknd's
like-
coming from, though.
I
I will just toss that out there. I understand the sense of, because I'm sure there's been examples or times of like having a feeling of like, I know I did the best on this thing, and then like somebody else gets credit for it. I do understand the frustration to an extent. Like, I get where he's coming from. It's more just a thing of like, it's a little too far of like, I'm done with the Grammys and all this kind of thing. It's like, well,
Just to speak to Malcolm's point specifically with soccer, I would get a soccer player being upset, but I wouldn't understand the like frustration or I guess overreaction or anger, I guess, just because we're talking about a team sport here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's just my view of
the ultimate goal is achieved anyway.
the ultimate goal is achieved. And also, is it like a blowout? Like, what are we talking about here? We're talking about you got a hat trick this game and they gave it to who'd they give it
Sure,
to?
let's say you got a hat trick that game. Like, obviously the team goal is there, but individually, you're like, yeah, this individual award should go to me in this game. Like, I played incredible, 10.0 score.
Who would it have gone to?
I don't know.
Like, paint the picture for
Let's
me.
say it goes to the opposition's goalkeeper.
No, but you give a man. Oh,
So
is
you're
it just
saying-
for the? Yeah, okay.
You're saying it has to be. You're saying you'd only be upset and like if it was egregious. If it was like super like bullshit, like there's no way anyone else should have ever won it. Because what if it's close? What if you got a hat trick and someone else got a hat trick and it was kind of?
What if you got a hat trick and someone else?
We're really digging deep into
What
this
if you
stuff.
got a hat trick? What if you? Let's just say, Haaland got a hat trick and De Bruyne got a hat trick of assists.
Yeah.
And clearly the goals is what people would think would get the MVP, but they give it to De Bruyne, for example. Should Haaland be pissed in that scenario?
I mean, it's hard to say because then I just base it off of the games they had. Like, Haaland could have scored 3 tap-ins, while De Bruyne had like a lot of dribbling. A lot
I
of,
will.
like, hard
I
work.
will
Like,
say. I will say that whenever anyone says what you just said in that way, I always scrunch up a little bit.
Why when they
You're
minimize
belittling
tap-ins?
tap-ins. You really are belittling.
I know, but like,
tap-ins.
let's like
You think as opposed to
let's say,
exceptional
like, a
solo
midfielder or
goals
a
or
winger
something.
works their fucking ass off to dribble through all these players, and they give it to you on a silver platter, and all you gotta do is tap it in.
Yeah, you're gonna honestly, I get what he's saying because like I'll see a clip of like a sport, and it'll be like a team sport. Let's say soccer, and like someone like he's saying does like all the grunt work, and then like gives it off to somebody else. All the comments will be like, "Oh, you know, yeah, good goal, but like let's give this person their credit because
That's
they
right.
fucking put all the hard work into it," type thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That being said, there is a spectrum to tap-ins. Like
Sure.
we're talking about one-touch goals.
Obviously there's a spectrum to it. Like there's some
We open net
there's
could
some
be
really
whatever.
tough tap-ins, and then there's some really easy ones.
Yeah.
So anyways, awards, I don't know, award shows specifically, just everybody chill out, have fun with it, and just enjoy it for what it is a little bit more and take a chill pill. Are there any
Sure.
awards we just want to shout out that we've won real quick
No.
before
No.
we go?
What do you mean?
Nothing.
I don't want to shout
There's
anything.
no
else.
award that you're like remotely proud of.
I mean,
or anything?
I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily that proud of it, but like I think when I got into like Guelph's like Bachelor of Science program, I got like some sort of like scholarship thing for having like a decent average going into the program. And there was like this really cool banquet dinner and shit, and there was like this older lady who like was my sponsor or whatever.
Oh,
She like
I
picked
remember
me.
you telling me.
So I met her at the dinner and shit, and she was cool. So I don't know. That was one of the things where I was like, you know what, this makes me feel like I'm on the right, like I'm doing good things in my life type thing.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know how this wouldn't necessarily be considered an award, but like my parents were like really happy that I got my bachelor's degree, and they like framed it and shit, and they have it in like the corner of the living room and shit.
Yeah.
So like that's not necessarily an award, but it's something that I've achieved that
You earned it.
yeah, makes me feel
We
good.
we do need to have another topic just because we've gone a little long of discussing the idea of participation trophies. I don't think we
Sure.
actually
Yeah,
touched
we'll
on that.
save that for another day because that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole
I feel like it would just be everybody preaching to the choir, though. It wouldn't be like
It might be.
none of us are going to be like, I like participation trophies, and I think that they're.
Yeah, I don't know. I have like a couple hockey awards from back in the day. We never like any of the teams.
Why are you trying
I
to
was
plug
on.
yourself right now?
We never like
Unlike childhood hockey awards.
we never won anything really tournament wise or like in our seasons.
Money
or
wise.
anything
Why are we
money
even bringing
wise.
this up? That you're not even you didn't
I'm
win.
saying, but I personally won some awards of like
We never won
an
anything.
MVP award or like I have a couple like trophies and shit at home that are in a fucking box in the basement.
You're not going to put it
now.
on your resume, but you'll.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I've
Why are
got
we
some
giving-
awards
why are we
like
talking
that.
so much sharing?
That like I look back on of like not that I was a fucking star hockey player because I certainly was not, but like I look back.
talking
on
like
those
you
cer-
were.
Certainly not.
I
You're talking like you were.
Remember when I just said I wasn't? But I look back on a couple of those awards. It's like, oh, like it was nice to be recognized
Sure.
for those things. Or like, I'm sure there's a couple school things and whatever. I feel like in high school I won some media English award for fucking when
Definitely
we had grade 11 English. And in grade 8 when I graduated, I definitely won a history award.
Definitely did not.
Okay.
Honestly, you know what?
well,
That's like really stupid, but I kind of like back. I haven't thought about this in years, but it was when we had our club, and I won like best costume for Halloween or some shit. And
You
it was
did?
like- yeah, it wasn't even a good costume. It was literally like Daredevil from the Netflix show, but it was like the black scarf and then the all black. It was very simple, but
Yeah,
I guess
you
like
didn't deserve that. For
I
sure.
definitely didn't. But I also think that like basically no one put much effort into it, and
I
neither
won
did
as Batman, bro. I feel like I should have won that.
Probably just bought that shit from Party City, bro.
I did. I put from Party City, but what does that matter?
No, I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying I felt like everybody put like.
I bought it
lackluster-
from Party City.
Do you wear your Batman shirt?
I feel like everybody put like minimal effort. So me winning was just like the lesser of all the evils of like everyone was kind of whatever.
But mine was from Batman v Superman.
Oh, wow.
I was
Oh,
the
wow.
suit. You guys don't remember that? We have a picture of us three actually.
That's so impressive, bro. What are you campaigning for here? Like for me to
He
be like,
wants
you know
his
what?
reward.
I renounce my award and I'm
Yeah,
giving it to
he
you.
wants his award. See, there you go.
That's all I wanted all along, Mark.
You've become just like the weekend
And
package.
I bring it up and he's like, I was waiting for you to bring that up.
My life is now
Patrick's been sitting
complete.
on this for 8 years or whatever. What the fuck? No, don't clean
Clean
my
it, clean
Mac
it.
or whatever. Get
So
lost.
dirty, isn't it?
Well,
get outta
anyways,
here.
there you
Dirty
go.
things
Awards.
hidden in there.
Hello, it's us. We're back. This probably looks like a different setup that you're not used to and shittier than it normally should because we're doing something a little different today. Malcolm, would you like to tell everyone what's happening?
Playing Smash.
We're playing Smash, motherfuckers. Buckle up, gamers. And if you're an audio listener, this topic's not for you. Go away, click off the fucking Spotify link, unsubscribe from the show, give it a 1-star rating.
Thanks for watching the first
fucking-
3 topics.
we never want to hear from you
And we
again.
never want to hear from you again. Go take a long walk off a short pier, you asshole.
Oh my goodness, Matthew.
Please don't leave us. We
Such
need
contempt.
you. We need you, please, audio listeners. Alrighty, we're gonna unmute the fucking TV, and we're gonna give me and we're gonna give your boy a sync point of 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Matt, when you're editing, I hope that helped.
All right, let's do this shit.
Set up here. Of course, it
So-
has to be nothing.
So yeah, we usually play without any items, no smash balls,
I
just
keep forgetting. I don't know
time.
why. I just think that the game is like this.
it's just
but
like
it's
this,
not.
yeah.
no time, no nothing.
It's just pure skill, baby. If you could call it
like
that.
my player one.
I'm Pat. Someone get off
I'm Marquez and you're Pat. There we go.
You had to go scrolling. You had to go scrolling, huh, Malcolm?
What happened?
Now I got some blurring to do.
What do you do?
Some of the personalized names that we have on here are not for the audience's eyes. And Malcolm went scrolling a little too far. So we'll see what happens. Now,
So-
we haven't actually said, like, are we just going to play some games? Like,
Well, I was just gonna say I would say I'm an Ike main. Is that what you wanted to talk about?
well, I'm definitely a Kirby main, so there's that. But
Yeah.
no, I thought,
Okay.
I just meant, like, we're just going to play some games.
We're just gonna play and have some fun.
Let's
Till we
start
get
with-
bored.
Yeah.
We'll start with our main. I mean, I'm a Samus main generally,
Okay.
and Malcolm's what?
Yeah, I'm a King DDD
King DDD
main.
main.
He is a
Okay,
King
so
DDD main.
The first game is gonna be a main game here.
Okay.
Also, I don't know how this looks on camera, so fucking bear with me. We're trying here. You know what would be nice, Nintendo, is if your fucking console had a self-record option. Maybe on the Switch 2. Nintendo.
We're doing
Thanks.
Where's Mario Odyssey 2 at?
So I'm Pat Marquez. Malcolm is
Marquez.
Brad Pitt
Yep.
for some reason.
And I'm player 1, baby.
And he's
Not
player
for some
one.
reason.
Now, will this be a fun thing to view? Actually, yes, because of the gaming. But will it be interest? I don't know. how
Like
to
good
explain.
quality is what you're saying?
Well, I mean, like, you know, it's not. I guess we already said it, but it's really not an audio thing, you know.
That's true.
Get absolutely Shrek'd, Malcolm. Now, if you're not a gamer
Great,
out there
Mark.
and you don't know what's happening, you know, maybe this topic ain't for you.
Patrick.
Malcolm, you're dirt. You're a piece of
Yay!
shit. Fuck
The hell,
you,
get the hell away
Malcolm.
from me. Get the hell away from me, baby.
Wow, just saying. Flying.
Pink Malcolm.
Awesome. Mark's only at 43 though.
Is he?
Everybody get him.
Everyone gang up on him.
Everybody get
So
him.
what? Oh, Matty, you were toast.
Get the fuck out of here.
Great.
Sorry, Patrick.
No, Malcolm.
Ooh, swing and a miss by Patrick.
Ah, Lord.
Gah!
Oh, there we go. Samus is such a bitch. She has so many, like, up
Yup.
No,
moves.
Patrick.
Not again.
Samus?
Yes.
Every character has up moves.
No, but she's got, like, 3 different moves that all go up and all can, like, knock somebody out at the top. Like, look at Kirby's up move. It's this stupid sword swipe. Nobody is getting out from that. Everybody gang up on Malcolm?
No.
Like the dirty, dirty boy that he is.
No.
No, Patrick. Matty, no.
Spiky ball.
Oh, you would have
Counter.
been killed
Patrick,
there,
no.
bro.
Somebody instant replay that almost counter where I almost fucked
I
myself.
know, dude.
Somebody
Stop.
somebody
How did you get
replay
me?
Because he was protected, baby.
that. All right.
No, Patrick.
Oh,
you get
no.
me?
I did, yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry, buddy. Bonk. Oh, I haven't used the right B move at all this game. Bonk. I need to use, honestly, Ike's right B. I need to use way more often for recovery.
swipe?
The swipe for recovery. Sometimes I'm like a little predictable in how I try to get back to the ledge, but the up B's a good way to do that. Or not the up B, the right B.
No.
Everybody be cool.
Patrick?
right.
Malcolm, you piece of shit. Well, I'm dead, so I get to just sit here and comment.
Oh, you're last?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know, right?
Mark's still at 0. The hell?
All right, it's looking intense out there. Malcolm is
Oh.
there.
No, I don't want to 1v1 at this stage.
Yeah, you really fucked that up.
Bink.
You really needed Malcolm in it a little longer. A little longer. And here we go. Patrick's fighting for his life. I can smell the rice Kevin's cooking downstairs right now, and it's making my mouth water.
You're that hungry that the basic rice is good.
Just some plain white rice. God, it drives Varsh absolutely mad that I can be content with just plain white rice. And I don't understand. It's like, just let me live.
What?
What are you doing?
It's the same thing where I eat just
thought
like
I would hate
plain
you, though.
bread
I
sometimes,
see.
you know? And then people are like, oh, you're a psychopath. It's like, what's wrong with a little bread and butter?
Solid game.
And there you go.
Good game.
Number one.
Right.
And we're back, fellas. Now this is where I get to choose the map, which
So,
is always an interesting choice.
Yeah, our setup has the loser picking the map.
Where do I want to go today? What? I want a flat map, but I want one we don't normally get. Where is... It's got to be... All right, really thought there was more Wii music.
You're the only person I know that cares about the music.
Yeah, no one else ever switches the music.
You know what's interesting, though, is when we were playing with our friends from work the other day, Tony was up on the music.
Yeah.
You were also right, though. Tony's a monster at Smash.
He is.
Like, that guy's got no life. Tony, you have no life. Tony is a maniac. Him and I, Patrick and our other buddies went out, and Tony and I were just, like, playing a couple 1v1s to kill some time, and I could not beat that motherfucker to save my life.
And you haven't even seen Pablo play. Pablo's really good.
A little when we were playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's really good.
I don't know if you'd
he was
want-
beating Tony more often when you weren't there before,
Oh.
which is what was surprising to me.
I am Pal Utena.
Oh yeah, I am Incineroar.
And I am Little Mac in his pink hoodie.
Cloud is who I am. Bonk schmonk mink
We're
morning.
like a week away from Final
Oh
Fantasy
my
VII
God.
Rebirth, and I can't wait.
You got
The
a 9,
reviews
huh?
are out. Oh, I can't wait. Give it to me.
Awesome.
All right.
What?
Bitch. Okay, what's up, controller? Not the time to glitch. Please, PlayStation 4. I'm using a PlayStation 4 mode on a Switch. Is that impressive? Okay, well,
Get
Oh,
counted,
great.
Patrick.
Great. And my whole limit gets canceled.
Oh,
all right.
Matty.
And I get caught in Mark's bullshit. And there's
Yup.
2.
Yep.
Great.
No, Matty. Jesus.
Sorry, Malcolm.
No, Patrick. Nice, Matty.
Ooh, not the time, controller. Please, not the time. Oh, big swing and a miss by your boy. Hey, why do I keep getting caught in everybody else's shit?
No, Patrick. You're done. You're done for. Oh, Matty, dude.
Oh, no.
Wrong guy.
I mean, in a way, I guess I'm glad I didn't waste on Patrick because he's dead.
He's
Great.
still 3, dude.
Wow, Patrick is just clinging to life right now.
Nice.
Gonzo!
Awesome.
Patrick, I'm Gonzo for Gordo. Do you know what that means?
Gonzo for Gordo? No, I don't know what that means.
Bink,
Great.
Patrick. Bink, baby. No,
Oof,
Matty.
Caught. Ooh, and I'm about to be a corpse, so that's good. Ah, and there it is. Corpse o'clock. Huh. Not having a good run so far. Although on that first life, the controller fucked
What?
me.
You're out already?
Yes, because my PlayStation 4 remote, Power to the Players, crapped out on me on the first life. Roll back the clip where you see me swinging and moving in ways I would never normally swing and move. Fuck's sakes. Fucking Smash.
Nice.
Thank you.
Done for. Oh! Malcolm, stop, dude.
I hope this looks good on the camera. Audience, let me know what do you think of this? Huh? What do you think of this gameplay topic? Do you like that we're an esports channel now? We're wildly adequate esports. Doesn't roll off the tongue as nice. Also, we can't call ourselves WAP.
What? My shield was up. How did I get killed?
And Marcus Dunzo, and we leave it down to these two. Will one of them put on a clinic? or will it be a test of skill? I don't know.
Oh.
You know what I get to be right now? I get to be Joe Rogan in the
Nice,
fucking
Malcolm.
You don't even know what that does.
UFC pit.
What was the move you just did?
Pretty sure it was a counter.
Yeah, what buttons did you press to do that?
Downbeat.
Nice, Malcolm.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, he's got him. Oof. Now Patrick has his limit break. He's got to be careful here. He really wants
Nice,
to
Malcolm.
use that.
Those add up, Malcolm.
But Malcolm's going to try and
Nice,
range him out.
Malcolm.
Ooh, and Patrick, big swing and a miss. You know what else is fun about this? I know for a fact it's driving each of you nuts to be playing and then have me talking nonstop. I know
you
that's
guys
just,
do that already.
I know that's just driving you nuts.
Oh,
Ooh.
my goodness. This is close.
And Malcolm's going for it, but Patrick's not too far. Ooh, and that
Malcolm,
will
Malcolm,
put him close.
What are you doing? Why would you do that, dude?
Oof. Now remember, for those of you
I'm
who
gonna
don't
take
know out
advantage
there,
of this.
Cloud's got a really fast up attack.
Yep, that's it.
Oh,
what?
And he
Bonk.
caught him in it, and he
Nice.
caught him in
Bonk.
it. Oh, and he caught him again. And it's all
Fuck's
over.
sake.
And Patrick manages to come out on top. Which is good for him because he's usually
I don't think I blinked
he's
once.
usually such a
You
bottom.
didn't blink once?
I don't think I blinked once.
What?
Roll back the footage to see if Malcolm blinked once.
Blink.
I keep saying roll back the footage. I
What'd you
will
do if we
not
went-
roll back any of this
What would you do
footage.
if we looked back at it and his eyes were closed the whole time?
This guy's just a fucking savant.
Jesus. Now, Matthew, you've picked the map twice now.
Uh-huh.
And just, again, for the audience
Well-
to know, we've already mentioned this.
I
The
mean-
loser picks the map.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. The first time is inexcusable. That round with Little Mac, one of my lives was not mine to lose.
One of your lives was not yours to lose? What does that mean?
I was betrayed by my hardware.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying that that second game was not indicative of who I am.
Okay.
I'm a 5-star man, as Dennis Reynolds might say on a
No,
television.
I want to be
No.
albino, bro.
Wait, I actually switched my skin to be...
Lady Robin.
Lady
That's
Robin.
fine. That's fine.
Why, you don't
want
want to play as a girl?
I want to play as Robin, not Lady
Who's
Robin.
Robin?
I want to play as Robin. You
As
hear
You
me?
can tell out there, those of you with acute skills.
I'm misogynistic.
No. we're playing on Green Hill Zone from Sonic. And now you might be asking
Now,
why.
I've made a mistake here because we have 2 tanks in this lobby. I've made a huge mistake. And so I want to acknowledge that right off the outset. Mark, you son of a bitch.
Fuck's sake. Fuck off, Matty.
Please. Now, what's good about this map for Pac-Man is I can use my fire hydrants like a boss. Key to success.
what's
Like
that?
a bows.
I kind of incorrectly picked Robin here, especially considering his...
I thought I was doing my thing.
Yeah, see, like, I can't take advantage of that projectile.
Binky.
Because you've got a U-shaped map.
Got a
Isn't that
U-shaped
interesting?
map. Yeah.
Oh, Malcolm,
Yay.
it's all over.
Oh, did I let you go?
Yeah.
Key to
I don't know.
success. Fuck. Fuck you.
Bink. Countersville, baby. Yep.
Great. Come on, he's 125. That was a smash attack. Come on.
Ow.
Counter, baby.
Key to success.
Where
Fuck.
am I? Did I die? No, I
No,
didn't
you're
die.
still in it.
You're done for.
Great. Fucking
Yeah, great.
dumbass tank.
Oh no, I looked away.
God fucking damn it,
Kick both
bro.
of yous.
I swear to God I dodged that. I I can't do it with these character models that are like just below my projectile. Like, great.
Shit. Now, Patrick, I'm going to keep it real with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it a buck.
You're trying to get me out first.
I will not be out first again.
You're trying to get me out
Oh,
first.
Malcolm's at 1 life too, so you know what? Either one of yous.
Matthew, the problem is you are going to be out first.
Am I?
I think so.
No, Malcolm. Oh my God, dude.
It's. I
Now,
think it's
wait
a little
minute.
closer.
We can
now.
gang up on
I
Mark
think
now.
we can
Nah.
gang up on. Oh, man.
How, dude? Get out.
Great! I love getting fucking edge guarded into
Oh my
oblivion.
God, Malcolm got me to 60 in 1 hit.
Very good, baby.
Love
I can
that
win this. I might be able to win this
fucking
actually.
Edge guarded as shit. So that's 3 games in a row I've been out first, and I just want to say that's not indicative of who I am as a man.
What?
Again,
Malcolm,
I'm a
get the-
5-star man.
Dude, why?
Malcolm's just absolutely going for it right now.
No,
He's
no, no! I don't
taking
want to keep
swings.
spamming. No!
Nice,
Patrick,
Malcolm,
Patrick
dude.
lets himself get caught. Oh! I thought it was Malcolm who hit him.
Bink. Boink.
Oh!
He pulled it out. Holy
It
shit.
didn't have to smash. It's just a basic A attack.
Goodness. Day-to-day. However you say it.
I got 0 eliminations.
Six,
last
six
game.
kills.
Shit.
Is, 6 kills
I
is
played.
pretty
I
impressive.
played
isn't
really.
it?
I played really bad. 0 kills versus 6 kills.
I'm really having a rough go of it. I'm just not on it right now.
The thing
Maybe
is, Matthew-
maybe it's the hunger.
The thing is, Matthew, the camera turned on and you suddenly.
I know,
you
it's
choked.
like I'm camera shy.
Yeah, damn.
You know, every other time I win like
Dude, I know-
90%
I know-
of the game.
I know.
Oh yeah.
And now
Factual,
I'm like,
factual,
now the
factual,
camera's
factual.
on.
90% is not even close.
Now
bro.
the
90%.
camera's on and
Also,
I'm like,
Can I just say? I know I just said I don't want to eat unhealthy, but if you guys told me we're going to McDonald's, I'm going.
Jump up, superstar.
Jump up, superstar, on some Super Mario Maker.
Why do you like the? Why do you want a moving map?
What?
This is a moving map.
No.
What do you mean moving map? You
Moving.
said? No,
It's
that's
not moving. It's always like a different layout because it's Mario Maker. Get it?
I hate everything about you.
Well,
Now, I have said that I want to start maining Politena.
Have you?
I have
How's
said.
that sit
I
with
don't
you?
think I've heard you say that once.
Oh, you weren't there when I said it.
He played her one time and he liked her, but how come you don't use Ridley anymore ever?
I'm just
used
not
to be a
good
Ridley
with
guy.
Ridley. Ridley's kind of like Mr. Game & Watch, where I just, for shits and giggles, every once in a while I'll throw in a Ridley.
It would
But
be.
it's also got to be the right map because it can't be a flat map or you're dead. Same with fucking. I guess Jigglypuff needs a flat map because the amount of times I've killed myself with Jigglypuff,
Falling off, yeah.
where I just do the little rolling move that she does, and I just go flying off the map.
Something that could be fun that I don't know if you guys would be open to, but on TikTok there's a big thing of like on lives doing gaming, and so if we like wanted to every once in a while like on the Wildly Adequate account do like a live.
That's pretty cool.
I was thinking about someone pick my character kind of thing. If we had like 5 people watching or something, hey, pick my character. You know what I mean?
And they're gonna make you pick like Isabel
Okay, then I'm going Isabel right now.
or Ken.
Then I'm going Ken right now.
No, dude.
All right.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
Oh, it's gonna be so nice.
Built-in
to not be,
excuse.
It's gonna be so nice to not be last for the 4th game in a row.
It's oh wow.
No, I'm gonna.
Let's go, bitches.
I'm also kind of experimenting in a way. I mean, I've used them a couple times, but Bink. Oh.
Bink, more like Dink. Constitution. I don't know why Ken and Ryu are like really into the Constitution.
Constitution. They love America.
This Japanese guy Ryu loves America.
Constitution.
All right, everybody chill out.
Great. Oh wow, this guy's juggling me now too. This guy knows how to do that now.
Yuck you, Matty.
No, I was trying to get gas. Don't you want to get gas? All right, everybody calm down. Oh my, oh, that was almost we almost had to censor the podcast. We almost had to cut some things out.
After your shield's running on empty.
That's okay.
Oh, I almost drilled you.
Everybody get
Sounds
gassed. Oof.
I feel like I'm being hate crimed right now. God damn.
Hate timed.
Oh, what a recovery, dude. He has a great recovery.
I swear, Ken is the one with the fire up smash.
Matty,
What
no.
do you mean?
Like when he does that, it's usually a fireball.
What?
There we go. There's the fire. No, his up attack, his up B is what's is powerful for Ken.
Constant. Everybody get Malcolm.
Is he at 3?
Yeah.
I am?
Yeah.
He is.
Don't let him win another one. Oops. I'd just like to get some gas if that's okay with you. Aw, my gas didn't go off. Please, everybody calm down. Ooh. Take that with your constitution. Alright, well. Here we go. Oops! Ooh, that was almost I almost had to get aggressive again. Oh, and he's gone. Patrick. Oh, Malcolm, be cool. Oof.
Where the fuck am I? Oh, there I am.
Here we go. Get gassed.
No, Matty.
I'm doing very poorly at the moment.
God damn it. Well, you are Ken, so who could blame you?
Triple hit, baby.
The only person you can blame is yourself, Patrick, you know? All right, everybody chill out. Ooh, Malcolm. Ooh,
Right into that.
Malcolm.
Oh, I forgot about my just standard B move.
Which is...
Hayonkin.
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 Iconic video game sound, Hayonkin.
No.
Oh my goodness, Malcolm. I bet you didn't expect that ball to knock you out. Shit. Now it's looking a little scary out there for me right now, so I need everybody to go for Patrick.
Oh, good parry.
Thanks.
Patrick, your mind, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no, Matty. Wrong way.
Patrick, please.
Oh, my
Oh my god, I need Matty out first!
No! Yes! No! Fuck! Why can I not stay in this? Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes, baby! No!
What the fuck?
Mark! Matty, Malcolm, for the love of God. Yes, Mark! No.
You're dead. You're dead.
Fuck, I mistimed it.
Oh my god, Mark, it's a little scary out there right now.
He's 8? Oh my
Yo,
God.
this is gonna give the
I
false.
can't come back. His recovery's not.
Oh,
Wow,
and Malcolm
this
pulls
is
out
a bit of a false narrative right here, with Malcolm winning with the most games so far.
I mean, it's only 2-1.
It's 2-1 to 1. Yeah.
It's 2-1-1.
I can't fucking not come forth to save my life.
Yo,
right now.
did I do bad as Ken?
No, you did good. I mean, damage was a little.
I tried to avoid that.
Here's the problem. I think that I underestimate Malcolm and I don't go for him early on.
A lot of us don't.
And then I look at him and he has a big lead and I'm like, it's kind of tight.
Well, since I've got my pick of the litter again.
I think if we're giving out awards, Malcolm's most improved.
He is. Well, I mean, yeah, I would say that.
To be on topic with the awards thing.
There you go, Malcolm.
I'm
You
so
can go home
so
now.
happy that I eliminated you first.
You piece of shit. Fucking
I was at like
asshole.
150.
I
I was
know.
destined to
You
be
and
out
Mark
first.
were both high enough that I was like, okay, I could probably get one of them out and not be dead fucking last again. God, now I'm gonna have to listen to like Tony and Pablo and the guys be like, oh, you fucking suck at Smash.
Yup. Yeah, you do.
I have to go home and cry myself to sleep.
I'm gonna go Ike again. I don't know that I want to be repeating at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to switch it up. I'm going
I'm
Snake.
repeating. We're back to Kirby, dude.
I like Snake's right A move. He does like a down kick and like spike people.
True.
Pretty cool.
He also has the rocket launcher.
That's right.
Annoying as hell.
Gear.
Oh, Corin.
Corn
idea what I'm
from
doing with
Malcolm.
him, so.
He does not know what he's doing. All right. All right. Whoopsie daisies.
Yep. Oh, what the hell?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Didn't quite land.
True. What? I didn't even see where I was.
Oh,
you were looking at me?
I was looking at you. Yeah.
Patrick, that's going to cost you dearly.
All right, there I go.
Both he is.
Great.
Both he is.
No.
I just got my. Oh no,
Oh,
Matty.
And Kirby with the slam.
Oh my
I
god.
need to touch ground here,
Me too.
boys,
I'm
at some
Touch
point.
grass. Not the time controller. Not the time.
Bink.
Was
The
there a
mine.
bomb there?
The mine. I put the mine there.
All right.
Oh my god,
Wow.
Malcolm countered that.
Damn.
Controller, please. If there was ever a time. What do I get from this?
You get the sword.
Aw, I don't want the sword. I mean, I guess I hit someone, but still. I don't want that shit in my life.
Great. I always do that.
Misses just barely.
Yeah.
Please. Controller. Ooh, Malcolm. Oh!
No!
Hammer time. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I hate myself.
counter.
I hate myself.
Let's go, baby. Woo!
Who's scoring? Malcolm?
Malcolm scoring, yeah. Yep. That up B just cancels. Am I right? Right.
No, Matty. Oh, I'm alive.
How?
Not for long. Not for long. Oh, I'm the one that's not alive for long.
Oh, there he goes. Thank God.
No, that was Patrick.
Oh, was it?
That was
Yeah.
me.
Holy shit. Get him! Get him!
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Yeah.
All right. Malcolm, you're
Oh my god, I thought that was a side B.
annoying.
All right, Patrick, simmer down.
Again? Really?
Oh, thank God.
Oh!
Thank sweet Jesus. Your boy's not last for once. We made it, folks.
What the fuck?
Everybody be happy for me.
No, Matty, fuck.
Oh!
How did you miss that match?
I don't know.
I dodged it. What do you mean? I ran out of the way. I jumped out of the way.
I thought you were preoccupied with the missile.
I was,
though.
but then I somehow was able to not cancel it, but like move out of the way.
Yeah, that's.
Fuck you, Patrick.
This is dangerous territory
Fuck you,
here,
Patrick.
baby.
Fuck you, Mark. Everybody get fucked.
What? That hit me?
Oh, you bitch.
Get bombed. Get mined.
When did you even place that?
Like a minute ago.
Right, that's dangerous. No freaking way, bro.
Now I'm at not ideal percent.
Dead. Matty wants this.
Ah, fuck off. God damn it.
That was a close. That was a close.
I mean, at least I was fucking, I registered.
you were in contention though.
I competed. Jesus. Metal Gear. At least I was fucking on there.
Why don't we say 2 more?
Sure. We'll do a couple more and then we can wrap this up. I haven't been Richter yet.
Richter.
How about we do one more and then we can end on a random game? You know what I mean?
Sure.
A random map.
Like random characters.
Oh.
We'll get crazy with it for the last
On the
one.
last one?
Are we getting food?
Is that a moving map? I don't think we are. Is Golden Plains a moving map?
Golden Plains, I honestly cannot remember
Which
for
one?
the life of me.
Don't
Yeah, it
do that
is.
one. Don't
Yeah,
do that
that's
one.
it's moving the whole time. Yeah.
Do the ship. Up,
Huh?
up,
Oh,
right,
I like the
right,
ship, yeah.
right. There you
Oh,
go.
the pirate
I love the
ship
pirate
from
ship.
Zelda.
Pirate.
That and Corneria are some of my favorites. I like the simple ships.
Richter.
I go back to the king.
The kink.
I gotta hit my boy Shulk at some point.
Kink day. Day. Why didn't I go fucking Little Mac again? What am I thinking? Who am I? Is this fun for you, audience?
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, sad. Sorry, Malcolm. Sorry, Malcolm. Oh, Malcolm. You like those 3 kicks? Oh, please. Oh. All right. Let's just swim a little, huh?
Leave me alone, Patrick.
Ah.
Who'd you get?
Wait, that was me?
Yeah.
Yikes. That's a little unfortunate.
Ah,
Oh!
Patrick not paying attention
Right.
while he himself gets swung into another fucking reality. Let's
What?
go, Wax. Body spray. Malcolm, please.
Great.
Projectile City.
Yep.
Oh, I went into
No.
it. Oh no, it's raining.
No.
I'm scared. Mark picked up my holy water. I don't like that.
Ah!
Oh. Smash!
Wait, I just gave up my limit, and he's still not turning around.
Shulk said the name of the game.
He did?
Yeah, when he went smash. If only he said Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. That would have been so cool. That would have been so hype. Oops. Whack slash.
Fuck out of here with that shit. Ah.
No. No. Where am I? Glad! Who the fuck's yelling? Is that Cloud?
No, it's
Or is
Mark.
it Shulk?
No!
Noah's Ark? Fuck you, Malcolm.
Fucking hell, bro.
No.
Oh, Malcolm
My
was
heart is
right there.
Lose it there.
Yay.
Yes.
Patrick has 2 lives.
No, I don't. No, I really,
Oh,
really
sorry, it's
don't.
Mark? Or is
I
it
don't have
Matty?
2.
It's definitely Mark or Patrick.
I don't have
It's
2.
not me, bro.
It's literally only Matty.
I know.
Oh, yeah, it is Matty. Oops. You guys go for Matty.
Nuh-uh.
That's a good idea.
No, it's so cool.
As he goes for me.
I unfortunately went right into Mark's up move.
Fucking hell, bro.
Great.
Fuck off, Patrick.
How do I
got you
get
too.
transferred
Let's
into
go. Oh, Jesus. As soon as Malcolm starts winding up, I can feel my ass tighten. Oh.
This is so.
Malcolm? No. Malcolm, please.
Malcolm, no. What the fuck? No!
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
You the lightest attack.
You're gonna have to take advantage, Matt. I hope you know that.
Oh, you bitch.
Now you're fucked. Why'd you jump that high? Oh. Nice.
Great.
What a battle. What a battle.
Oh, why?
Ooh. Oh!
Yep.
No, you slut.
Yep.
Oh, you're such a
How did that
fucking
not kill you? How did that
bitch.
not kill you?
That's it. Oh!
Yep.
No, you
grab.
bitch.
I need to start anticipating his. Yep. And shield. There it is. Yep. Matty, I want this more than you.
Oh, you're.
Oh, I should have got him there.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I got you.
We're on the board, motherfuckers. Let's go.
That was slick.
Let's go. We're finally on there. I'm so sorry, Patrick. It was a true battle of champions.
I should have gotten you when I had the opening. I deserve that loss. God
You going
damn it.
random?
Sure, let's do
Is there a
one
button you can
more.
click for random?
Let's do random
Yes.
map, random characters.
Sure.
Oh yeah, there is a random button. Okay.
Let's go, bitches. What they don't know is at the last second, I'm going to pick an actual character.
It's gonna give me one of my mains.
Everybody, list out your character. Let's see what we got here.
Please. Somebody I know how to use. Oh, great. Isabel.
I got Warrior.
I got Rosalina.
I don't know. I've used Wario before. I don't like it.
It's time for all of you to know that I'm a secret Isabel monster.
Jeez.
Oh no, where am I going?
What does her right B do?
Who's?
Oh, there. Okay.
This does not feel right.
I could not
Fucking
even
Wario.
begin to fathom how Isabel is supposed to be played. Okay, what does that fishing rod thing do? What's the point?
Oh, so I have to be kissing you to hit you with my regular aim?
Yeah,
Perfect.
Here we go.
Who's Isabel?
Me. I can't do anything. Go up. All right. Well,
Get chomped on. No.
Get binked.
No,
Get back.
Oh, what a
Hey,
recovery.
what? Hey, how about not to hit me there, huh?
what
Fart.
does that even do? Oh, but that's right. She's got those.
Oh.
Get missiled, Malcolm.
Oh, that was you. I was like, what am I doing? What the fuck is that? Oh my god, these stupid things.
Her fucking smash is so... There's no range. She just opens this little party popper thing.
Woo!
Are we all still at 3?
No.
Damn it.
Mark
Not
and I are
anymore,
twos
not.
now. Ah, Rosaline. That's 2 kills for your boy. Am I about to turn this Isabel franchise around?
Jeez.
It's so funny when you're fighting Rosalina and you just kill her Lumas.
Yo, we gotta kill. Malcolm's at 3, by the way.
I have no idea what I'm doing though.
Oof, Malcolm, get missiled. Get missiled. Ah,
Get farted
Oh my
on,
god, I
baby.
literally have no idea where these missiles are coming from.
don't worry about it. Oof.
Uh-oh, someone's chewing on me.
No, not me too.
Oh my god, that does so much damage. I wasn't even high percentage.
And Malcolm's gonzo at 200% health.
Was that his first stock?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not looking good out there. Scary things are happening.
Ah.
Shit, Malcolm. Fuck. Fuck me. God damn it.
Patrick's still at 2, by the way.
He is.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Is that me? Oh, that better fucking not have been me. Owie.
I have no idea what that thing does.
Wario farted.
Great. Got juggled, now I'm fucked.
No. Ah, if she had range, I would have hit your
why
ass.
the hell do you keep putting these rockets, bro?
Anywhere and everywhere, baby.
I don't like it.
Are you fucking kidding me? I went into it.
I had no idea what I was doing. I just thought you were gonna land
I thought it
there.
was going left. I didn't know it was going right. God damn it. And there you have it, folks. Sometimes you can go from being on top of the world to fucking dumpster trash. But also, I was playing as Isabel, so cut me some fucking slack, okay? It's Isabel. Who would you want in a fight to the death? A fucking talking dog or you have a goddamn dragon?
Great, Malcolm.
Oof, and now
Now-
Malcolm
and now-
is
Oh,
on
what?
his
That was his-
last
what?
stock at 0%.
All right, Mark. We need to be smart about this, huh?
Mark and Patrick are probably starting to sweat. It's getting a little nervous out there. Patrick, how about you charge up? There you go. See what happens. Aw,
I'll leave myself vulnerable when I do that.
you do. Oh,
His recovery's ass.
and
His
Mark
recovery's so
can't
bad.
with the recovery, which leaves it up to Patrick and Malcolm. Will Patrick be able to turn
Why would
on
you
the
do
Jets?
that? Why on earth would you do that? And I didn't
know.
even capitalize.
I was gonna say you immediately bungled it.
One of those is killing me.
Patrick is fighting for his life right now. That Luma just bit the dust. Oh! But Patrick's not going down without a fight, ladies and gentlemen. You better be damn sure he's going to try. He's really putting the work to Malcolm right now.
Yeah.
Malcolm's under a lot of pressure here. Malcolm needs to recover because Patrick has basically climbed back percentage-wise.
How did that not hit him? Question mark.
Malcolm has some footing here. What will he do with it?
Yep.
Oh! And
Malcolm with
Patrick
the W.
gets bit anyways. He put on a good effort.
Of course, that OP move
But
gets
Malcolm,
me. Of course, that OP move gets me.
That quick little hammer.
Of course, that OP move gets me.
One kill, huh? Not great.
That's you hate to see it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been
My eyes are burning.
another episode, your 50th episode of Wildly Adequate, the show about anything, everything, and usually nothing. I've been Matt. He's been Pat. He's been Mark. And he's been Malcolm. And if anybody else has anything they want to say tonight, I don't give a shit because it's late and I'm tired. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.